All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to sunny Atherton, California. I'm Lucas Moretti,
And I'm Sloan Smith.
and we have your Sacred Heart Gators versus the Carlmont Scots in girls varsity flag football. What are you expecting out of this game today?
So far, the Niners have, or not the Niners, the Gators have kind of gotten into their groove a bit more. They've had more games going into this, so I think it's going to be a good game. And yeah.
Yeah, here we go as Lauren Massetti gets the handoff, running into pressure, and pulled by number 14, Amino Mohammed, the captain for the Scots. Going into this game, the Gators are 9-1, a 90% win rate, coming off some very dominant victories, starting the season with a 19-13 win over Los Altos, and then a 42-0 win against Sequoia. As Riley Longacre with the run here, and pulled by 14 once again.
Riley currently leads the team in touchdowns with 10 passing touchdowns and 5 rushing.
Riley Longacre in shotgun here. Receives it. It's a pass to Sanaya Shields and pulled out of bounds by Amina Mohammed. Once again, 3 plays and 3 flags pulled.
Currently, the Gators are trying to redeem themselves after their first loss last week versus Mojitas during the preseason, which 20-19, so a close game. But
And here's a handoff to Sanaya Shields going straight through the middle and wrapped up by the Carlmont defense. A little trick play there. It's currently 3rd down and 5 now for the Gators. Riley Longacre looks to throw once again. Deep in the middle. Caught. Still going. And finally pulled. Kate Kennish with the catch.
Kate Kennish currently has 5 touchdown catches this season and 1 interception, so solid season.
Yeah, and a great play there, but it looks like it's being called back with a flag being thrown. And the ref will be moving them back here. Just some general flag football knowledge here. A first down is actually 20 yards instead of the usual 10 for football. Make sure to keep an eye on that. Here's Riley Longacre looking to pass again to Kate Hansen and pulled immediately.
Kate Hansen currently has 6 touchdown catches this season and has been nominated for the Player of the Week, I believe.
Yeah. She's had some really strong performances so far this season, being posted on Cal High Sports, actually. Here's Gators with the punt. Deep punt over Carlmont. Scrambling to get the ball, finally finds it. Gators quick to put pressure, still going. And finally, both of her flags being pulled by the Gators. Pretty dominant punt there.
This game, we can expect Carlmont to rely on their strength and their running game, which has done them well in their previous games this season. So that'll be one thing to watch, is how they utilize the run game this game.
Yeah, Carlmont 6-1 start the season as they get a handoff here, running through the middle, pulled by Sanaya Shields.
Yeah.
And 2nd down now Driving back to pass here. Never mind. It's a run. Out to the left. Still going. Wow. Hit by Kate Hansen. And a pretty good run there for Carlmont by Haley Kulich.
And there is a flag on the play.
Looks like it will be against Carlmont as the Gators bench starts cheering. It's a charging. Carlmont lining up here. Multiple receivers out wide. Second down now for them. 14's in motion. And it's a handoff. Going out wide and taken down by the Gators. Not much going down for them on that play.
Once again, that ball went to Amina Mohammed, who is their captain. So she's had a pretty strong game so far, and it'll be interesting to see what else comes out.
Yeah, I mean, just those first 3 plays in the Gators' first drive, she got 3 flags pulled. So, I mean, her performance speaks for herself, is why she's captain.
Yes.
Now, a pretty congested lineup here as it's a handoff once again for Carlmont and immediately wrapped up by Ella Horn for the Gators. Great defensive determination there. Fourth down now here for the Scots. As they look to punt here now. Punt received by Kate Hansen. Running in the middle and handed off to Lauren Massetti. A little trickery. Still going. Oh. And her flag was pulled, I believe.
Yes.
Wow, really interesting
Great
trick play on that one, yeah.
And then in flag football, as far as throwing goes, you can throw it forward once, but can throw it back as many times as you want. So it'll be interesting to see how they utilize that.
Now Gators lining up around the 40. Here, 2 receivers out wide to the right. Receiver going in motion. Oh, a little confusion there by the Gators, and the flag is pulled behind the line. That'll be a loss of yards. Gators here looking to get a more commanding play after the little bit of confusion there as Riley Longacre throws out wide. And still in bounds. Receivers falling, and great play there for the Gators by number 2, Kenish.
First down by the Gators, advancing down the field. And once again, Riley Longacre is acting. That's our quarterback.
Riley Longacre with the ball, looking to run and grab before she can go anywhere. Just nothing on that play for them. Loss of 1 there for the Gators. Second down now here. Sinai put in motion. Riley Longacre looking to throw. Oh, and just over the fingertips of Kay Hansen.
Now they're approaching 3rd down, so looking for a good play right now.
Kay Hansen's just unable to get a grasp on that one as Gators are now looking to a third down. Riley Longacre looking to throw, looks out right, deep to Kate Kenish and caught. Touchdown Gators.
Riley Longacre, you could see her looking around and looking for that person to pass to, and Kate Kenish was just in the right spot and led to that one beautiful touchdown by Gators.
Yeah, great anticipation by Riley Longacre, just knowing that her receiver was going to be in that pocket and threw it before she broke out, and perfect timing and precision on that pass. Gators here once again. Riley Longacre looking left and caught. And the refs call it good.
That was caught by sophomore Ella Horn, right in the corner.
And now after a pretty rapid drive there for the Gators, Carlmont will look to respond.
And Carlmont takes the ball with 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Here goes left, juking some defenders and able to stay in bound. Great run there by number 20, Haley Kulich for Carlmont.
You could see her maneuvering around some of the Gators as she approached a first down at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, great player to have both offensively and defensively. Coming up big for them so far in this game.
Yeah, and that achieves the first down that Carlmont was looking for with that. So.
Here goes Carlmont again, looking to pass here. Not a lot of options and barely gets it off as this first quarter rounds out here. And now we have the Gators drumline dancing as well as Pulse. All right, as we start off the second quarter, here come the Scots around their own 30-yard line as they have a handoff right down the middle and wrapped up by Annalia Hood for the Gators.
Number 10, Lauren Green, the other Carlmont captain, was able to hand it off pretty quickly, once again utilizing that run game and using that speed to get down the field before getting.
Yeah, and a great run overall by Paige Roosbell for Carlmont, and looking to come out with a little more of a commanding drive here so they don't get themselves in too much of a drought.
Yes. And once again, the Gators are putting that pressure on, keeping it on, trying to stop that run game early before they can get a head start.
All right, so it looks like there's a timeout called here. What have you seen so far by the Gators that have made them so successful this early into the game?
I think utilizing those throw-ins, finding those open pockets has been really beneficial for the Gators, and Riley Longacre is just doing a great job at pausing and seeing those players and receivers before enough pressure is put on.
Yeah, and just as you said, on that big touchdown pass, she threw that deep to Kate Kenish before she even broke free from the defender. So it's a lot about just trusting your teammates overall there, and that's what you come up with it.
And I think you can just see the confidence within those passes. There's a lack of hesitation, and I think that doubt is really what stops players. So it's really good to see that confidence early on in this game.
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to look to see some more action from Kate Hansen from the Gators, as we were mentioning before, has been a big player for them so far in the season. We'll see how she impacts the game later on.
Yes.
As Carlmont gets it once again, looking to throw down the middle. That's to Bella Wilson, still going, and flag pulled by Kate Kennish.
Yeah, once again, Lauren Green, one of the other Carlmont captain, was able to look down that field and find number 1, Bella Wilson, breaking off into that run, and was able to do a beautiful pass over to her before her flag was pulled.
Yeah, a lot of space given to her down the middle, and just took advantage of that really well.
Yeah.
Big play there for them.
Yeah, Wilson was able to find that pocket early on and really utilize that to get down that field.
Yeah, and as she's in shotgun here, puts her receiver in motion, gets it, handoff to number 20, pulled by Analia Hood.
That was an interesting play with right as the handoff was happening. Number 3, who is Samantha Toe, ran in front of 20 and was able to let her get out with a bit more time.
Yeah, Haley Kulich with a great run once again for the Scots, just exposing the middle there and able to get some easy yards. Receiver in motion once again. Lauren Green passes it and fall, and that was Samantha Tao. Flag on the field.
Able to get a couple yards in.
Refs discussing over there on the sideline. Just looked like a lot of contact for a flag sport.
No flag.
No flag on the play, yeah.
And
Looks
Carlmont
like
just trying to keep advancing slowly but steady.
Yeah. Third down now for Carlmont. Here's Lauren Green once again, looks to throw. Some great pressure by Lauren Massetti and able to come up with that sack. Great play, just giving Lauren Green no time there to react.
Yeah, you can really see when the Gators put the pressure on and how quickly they're able to take control of that game.
Yeah, and this will definitely be a big theme for the Gators to start the game. Just putting pressure early on will make the QB a little nervous and hopefully cause more mistakes going into late game.
And looks like Carlmont.
We have the Sacred Heart Pulse Dance team down on the track today. Their second only game, I believe, so far as a cheer team now.
Yes. Rocking their new uniforms and pom-poms.
As almost intercepted by Gianna Camus. Just a wayward pass by Lauren Green there. Not sure if it was just a little underthrown.
Looked like it was going to. Now, Gators are going to take back the ball and
Yeah, that was a fourth down for the Scots there.
starting on the 41-yard line.
Jenna Botto here over the ball for the snap to Riley Longacre. As she looks to pass, looking to her right, thrown and almost intercepted by Bella Wilson. Looks like she almost got her flag pulled as she released that throw, but
You could see her. She spotted Kate Hansen early on, but that throw was just a bit short and went right over Kate Hansen.
yeah, just a bit inaccurate on that one. Luckily to come back with the ball there, just slipped out of her hands. Riley Longacre receives it again, looking to pass, short throw to Ella Horn and wrapped up there by Bella Wilson.
Rather than trying one of those long passes, again, you could see that in this case they passed it down short to Ella Horn, and that worked out well. They were able to gain a few yards through that, and Ella Horn.
Yeah, first down for the Gators now, and you know, Gators have some really deep threats there with Kate Hansen going long, but sometimes you just got to play it safe and get those first downs.
It'll be interesting to see what they continue to utilize throughout this game.
Yeah, as Kate Hansen's given the handoff here, and the flag is thrown by the ref. She's able to pick up around 10 yards. See what they say on this one.
Yes, rather than trying to.
Yeah, holding on the play on the Gators, so now they will be moved back.
We have holding against the Gators, 10 yards.
Make sure to tune in right after this flag football stream. We have our second annual Gator Gameday, a remake of the ESPN College Gameday down on the track. We have signs, we have fans, we have everything. Make sure to show out right before the boys football game stream. And off to Sanaya Shields as a flag is thrown once again. Looks like
Interesting.
on the Gators.
Well,
No, my apologies, on the Scots.
Against Carlmont, 5 yards.
It's encroaching.
take any yardage they can get, moving up the field.
Yeah, and as we saw on our last stream last week for the boys football team, flags are definitely not a thing you want to have against your team early into the game. As Riley Longer gets the ball, looks to throw to the right, caught by Kate Hansen, unable to shake off her defender, but she does come up with the flag, looking like a 6-yard gain.
Just that bit of hesitation right there was able to give that defender the upper hand. But overall, you can see that Kate Hansen is really going to be utilized throughout this game.
Yeah, as opposed to football, all you need to come down with is the flag. So Kate Hansen able to shake off her defender there, leaving her on the floor, but just able to pull the flag off of her. As Riley Longacre's in shotgun once again, no running backs next to her. Some movement on the defense. Looking right to Kate Hansen once again, and just too low, hitting her in the feet. Good idea.
Once again, those long passes that we've seen the Gators utilize so much this season so far have come a bit short and a bit inaccurate. And once again, that was intended for Kate Hansen, who's had an amazing deep game so far, and just in general this season.
Yeah, looking like two different offenses that the coaches have here, as Dennis O'Malley loves a deep pass for the Gators, definitely utilizing Kate Hansen and Kate Kennish as great receivers, and we'll see how they keep doing this throughout the game. As Riley Longacre to Kate Hansen once again, flips it back to Sanaya Shields, still going, and her flag is pulled by number 13 on Carlmont.
Beautiful play by the Gators. Great job on all of those players' parts on that. Has Longacre was able to find Hansen, and Hansen was able to find Shields in a beautiful play where they were able to gain quite a few yards.
Yeah, some trickery early here by Coach O'Malley on that kick return there with the lateral, and then another one here, one you've seen definitely in the highlight reel across high school, college, and NFL games, and able to use it to their advantage. As I believe a timeout was called by the Gators.
Timeout, Sacred Heart Prep. That is their first.
So far, the Gators have been pretty dominant with keeping the field and keeping possession of the ball, but it's going to be interesting to see as they continue to get more pressure put on them, and vice versa with what they do with Carmel, because really pressure is the name of the game. And when the quarterbacks have pressure put on them, you can see the little mistakes that are being made.
Yeah, I mean, Gators on the last Carlmont Scots drive, able to put pressure on a 4th down and turn the ball over. And just some context here for your Sacred Heart girls flag football team, currently number 2 in CCS in the Central Coast section and number 26 in California. Looking to keep those numbers moving, as many of the girls on the team have looked to set their goals as winning CCS. As Riley Longacre looks to throw to Kate Kennish, and just as you were saying, pressure put on her immediately and not able to come up with anything on that play.
You could see Longacre spotted Kennish early, but that throw was just a little bit too low to get to her, unfortunately.
Yeah, only given a couple seconds, like 2 or 3 seconds with the ball, and just that pressure made her stumble a little bit. As it is 1st and 10 now for Carlmont, as that was a turnover on their own 30-yard line. Here's Lauren Green once again handing it off here and still going down the middle.
Oh, wow.
Great job, and finally pulled by Kate Kennish, but a great run by Haley Kolich.
Haley Kolich was just able to maneuver around all of those defenders there and was able to make a run straight down the middle and gaining quite a few yards on that play.
Yeah, you see some speed, evasiveness, and acceleration all in combination on that play. Able to get past all those Sacred Heart defenders. Here's Green once again, the throw, and almost intercepted by Kate Kennish and Kate Hansen there into a double team, it looked like.
You could see that she was obviously looking for Wilson #1 on the Scots over there, but the pressure was just on Wilson, and there was no way that ball was going to get to her.
Two-minute warning now before halftime, as Carlmont look to get some life in this drive for them before they go into half. As Lauren Green snaps it, hands it off once again, and wrapped up early by Sanaya Shields, but there is a flag on the play.
And flag is on the Scots.
Penalty against Carlmont, yeah, so they will be moved back once again. Some early flags on them have just been battering down on them offensively and not giving them any sparks.
Really limiting their chances of getting any points on the board during this first half.
As Lauren Green passes it out wide and wrapped up by Gianna Camus.
#7, Miranda McCormick over there was trying to maneuver around Gianna Camus, but was just unable to get around her due to the pressure that Camus was able to put on.
Yeah, one of the rare couple of passes they've done so far. Definitely a run-heavy offense here for the Scots, and not a lot of issues defensively for the Gators so far this game. Maybe the Scots will look to change up their playbook a little bit, or do something that'll give them some life as they are lining up to punt here. Here's Lauren Green, a QB, but also a punter.
Interesting.
With a pretty long punt, just bounces past the Gators, scrambling to get it, and pulled immediately by Sophia Lee for the Scots.
Yeah, that kick started pretty deep in the field, so it'll be interesting to see how they try and recover from this with just 1:30 left to make their play.
Yeah, you have to wonder here if they're just going to try and drain the clock a bit and limit the Scots getting the ball back so they can stay in a lead here, or try and capitalize with this drive and play it a little riskier and score. Here's Riley Longacre in shotgun with Sanaya Shields to her right. And snapped once again to Sanaya Shields out to the left, still going. Moving by many defenders on the floor and finally pulled.
Yes, and Sanaya was able to get that ball quick and maneuver around defenders, gaining some yardage, just finding those opportunities and taking them early on, trying to make their way up their field.
Yeah, causing some chaos there defensively for Carlmont.
Yeah,
a lot of bodies flying.
A bit of discombobulation on the Carlmont side as they tried to catch Shields, but were unable to.
Yeah. And here's Riley sending Sanaya Shields in motion, looking to pass deep to the right to Kate Hansen, caught, still going, and finally pulled by #3 Samantha Tao. Great play by the Gators, and looking to put them in some great field position late into this half.
And those deep passes that we've been talking about, you get to finally see with Kate Hansen, that player finally getting utilized within such deep passes, moving their way down the field with only 50 seconds left.
Yeah, timeout called here for Sacred Heart as they want to stop that clock and see if they can now get a touchdown. Just a lot of life put into their drive with that almost just hopeless deep ball there for Kay Hansen.
Before, where it was a question of whether or not it was worth just to run down the clock, now it's really a question of how they're going to be able to capitalize on that play and not waste that play, hopefully leading to a touchdown.
We do have our Gator Game Day desk set up down here, as you see, with the helmets there and all the signs. Gator Nation ready to begin right after this stream of the girls flag football game is over. We will transition immediately down to that second annual once again, as I said, with our boys football team stream starting right after that. And make sure you stay tuned in even after this game is over.
Yes, stay tuned. Overall, just a great day of Gator football, staying dominant and getting ready for our Hoko.
Yep, here's Riley Longacre in shotgun. Once again, looking to pass straight to Kate Kennish, juking out some defenders. Great block there.
Oh!
Still going.
Wonderful
And
play by Ella Horn.
yeah, my apologies. It was Ella Horn. A great block by Kate Kennish, and her flag is pulled around the 5-yard line.
Seeing the mix of their ability to know when to use those long versus short passes has been really interesting, and seeing kind of the mix between the two different styles of offense as we are moving late into this for second quarter.
Yeah, first down now for the Gators as they're going. The clock is still rolling. Trying to punch it in now really fast. Riley Longacre in shotgun once again, looking to pass. Throws it deep to the left side, and Kate Kennish unable to come down with the ball.
And just through her hands.
Yeah, just too far. And I'd like to say none of this stream, not the girls flag football game, the game day stream, or the boys football game would be possible without our sponsor, Bob's Country Corner, and Isa and everybody down there making amazing sandwiches, drinks, any snack you can get, and just amazing love from them. And we love to give our thanks.
Yes, thank you for all of their support.
Here's Riley Longacre going straight down the middle, and her flag is pulled immediately. Little trickery there, but unable to capitalize on the confusion.
Yes, flag was pulled, like Lucas said, basically immediately, and it'll be interesting to see if they're able to get any quick play in, as there's only less than 10 seconds remaining.
Here's Riley, just spikes the ball and stopping the clock with 6 seconds left. What do you expect for the Gators to pull out of their playbook for this play?
I think they really like utilizing those risky deep passes, and I wonder if that's going to be what they're going to do, considering the amount of pressure that Carlmont's been putting on this deep.
Yeah, you'd have to expect they're going to look to try and isolate Kate Hansen there on either the left or right, as she's already made a huge impact in this game with that massive play deep to the right in this drive earlier. So it's just a lot of possibilities here for this crucial play.
Yes.
And as we go into halftime shortly, we will have our Pulse Dance team once again dancing there on the sideline, looking for some halftime entertainment. Gators here lining up with Riley Longacre in shotgun, no one to her left or right. Looking to pass,
And you can see
and wow, she's looking for a flag, but just ran into by the defender, and the clock
Thrown down.
expires.
You could see Kate Hansen break away, hoping to be able to get a pass, but Longacre just had that pressure on early and was unable to get that to her.
All right, so it looks like Riley Longacre is looking for a flag call by the refs, and it should be halftime, but the refs are huddling here, and we'll see if they come up with a call. The Gators are still not convinced that this half should be over and haven't head back to the locker room. Still discussing it out there.
And it'll be interesting to see what call the refs end up coming up with.
Yeah, just not sure what the call is for flag football on that one. Just running straight in the quarterback would be the equivalent of unnecessary roughness there. Refs just having a long word on this one. Now talking to Coach O'Malley.
2 seconds are put back onto the clock, breathing once again some life into the Gators to see if they can capitalize on this opportunity.
Yeah, so I believe it would be 4th down here with these 2 seconds left as the offense comes back on. And yeah, I believe they weren't given any flag for that play, so they stopped the clock with 2 seconds left for foot down here. And I believe that the ref just said it was 0 contact on the quarterback, so they will give the ball over to the Scots here with 2 seconds left on this half. And we'll see if they try and pull anything or just spike it here.
Interesting call by the refs. Definitely not what the Gators would have hoped for in this situation, but now just kind of hoping to end this half strong.
Receiver in motion here, and it's a handoff. Clock expires. A big hit on Gianna Camus as Analia Hood grabs the flag, and we will transition to halftime now. So our Pulse Dance team will now take over on the sideline as our Sacred Heart Gators go into this half up 7-0. The crowd is loving it, and we will be back shortly with a great second half of flag football. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Atherton, California, with my new co-host, Marcus Toe.
Hello there, Lucas. Glad to be here with you as we start the third quarter.
Yep, and Gators with a confident and statement of a first half going up 7-0 as we have Lauren Green here with the snap. Looks like a handoff there. And wrapped up. That was a great run there by Haley Kulich.
Yeah, wait for number 13 to get that quick tackle. Thank you.
Yeah,
Get
wrapped
that
up
down.
by Ella Horn there.
That could have been a long run, but good for Ella Horn to shut that play down real quick.
Yeah, and here's Lauren Green once again in shotgun with Haley Kolich, who fakes the throw. A lot of pressure on her. Gets it off. Looked like Lauren Massetti pulled her flag first, but I guess the ref didn't see it.
Yeah, Gators all over that one. Nowhere to go. Did they call that a complete pass? I believe.
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, but yeah, no room to go for Carlmont right there. Great defense by the Gators front.
Yeah, the rushing partnership of Lauren Massetti and Ellen Hoare there been very dangerous so far in the game, getting 1 or 2 sacks earlier in this game and putting constant pressure on Lauren Green here. Hands it off to Haley Kolich, still going through the middle, but her flag was pulled by Sinai Shields.
Yeah, big running room there. She turns on the Jets, but that's a good solid chunk of a run.
Yeah.
What'd you see in the first half, Lucas?
You know, I saw for the Gators, their very deep threat of Kate Hansen and Riley Longacre, just trusting her receivers, throwing it to them even when they weren't open yet, and getting them in good open space. As Lauren Green here rolls out to the left, unable to pull her flag, and there's Ella Horn with the pull as a flag is thrown around where the flag was pulled.
Gators all over that one again. There was no room to run as there's a flag called on Carlmont.
Yeah, Carlmont moved back here as we see the Gator student section starting to fill up a little bit.
Theme is blackout tonight.
Theme is blackout. A lot of anticipation and hype around our Gator Game Day event that will be soon after the end of this game. Make sure to stay on the stream once again for that. As Lauren Green here, some confusion by the running back there. And look, Haley Kolich makes a play out of what was a lot of confusion in the backfield.
She made something out of nothing there. It was a miscue on the handoff. Lucky they were able to get some yards out of that. That could have been much worse for Carlmont.
Yeah, I mean, some mistake that you cannot really afford to make this late into the game. Just Lauren Green looked to her left. Haley Kolich was on her right. So just extreme miscommunication as she gets it again. Looks left, deep, and almost intercepted by Kate Kennish before it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, great coverage there by the Gators. No one was open, and I think she just threw that one out because I don't know if that was even catchable.
Yeah, I mean, definitely unable to keep that ball in bounds with a receiver nearby, but just some great pressure by Kate Kennish on the wide receiver there. Make sure it goes out of bounds. Third down now here for Carlmont as they're looking to make something out of this drive. Not a lot going for them so far, as it is a handoff there. Still going, a lot of open room there on the right. Cuts through 2 defenders and Kate Hansen able to come up with that. But it looks like Anina Mohammed with a great run on that one.
Yeah, she turned on the Jets there, you know. It looked like she wasn't really going anywhere, but as she rounded the corner, she found some running room. She found a crease and sped down that sideline.
Yeah, Gators defensively love to stack a lot through the middle, making sure that they don't give up any runs through the middle, and it's worked so far, limiting a lot of runs, but there you go. Carlmont starting to figure out how to capitalize on the width there for the Gators as they now punt.
Flag on the play.
And, yeah, not sure what the flag was called, but you see here, Lauren Green, just a woman of many positions, playing quarterback, defensive back, and even punter.
Wow.
On every possible side of this ball, offense, defense, and special teams. Something you love to see.
That really does warm my heart.
Yeah, the Travis Hunter of girls flag football. As
you
she
see it
punts
with
off.
that leg.
Yeah, Lauren Massetti in the vicinity of that ball, able to keep it in bounds. Switches the field around the left side, some great blocks. and finally pulled. A lot of running done on that play, but not a lot of yards there for the Gators.
Yeah, I mean, pulling a flag I think is harder than it looks because they're going at fast speeds and it's hard to get a grip on those. So
Yeah, I know we do criticize a lot up here from the booth for flag football and football, but I mean it's definitely a lot harder than it looks down there,
yes.
especially in the presence of this massive Gator student section.
Yeah, it must be some pressure I think, but the Gators feeling pretty comfortable with that 7-0 lead.
Yeah, as Kay Hansen's put in motion by Riley Longacre. Riley takes it left with a defender on her, and that would be Sophia Lee. Great pressure.
A lot of commotion in the backfield. A lot of trickery, but ended up for I think a loss of 1.
You know, I have a question, Marcus. Whenever you get hungry, whenever you get thirsty, where do you go?
Oh, it's just a habit. I go to Bob's Country Corner.
Of course, you know,
Question.
could have almost predicted you would say that, as that is the place to go. Make sure to stop by after the game as Riley plays it to Lauren Massetti, tripped up there, and her flag is pulled.
Oh, yeah. A little check down pass. Not much room to go. The defenses are kind of stepping up this half. Not much offense. So.
Yeah, I know. Both drives have been stumped defensively with a couple flags both times that just stumped their plays. As Riley Longacre with no running backs around her, immediate pressure and thrown, intercepted by Carlmont. That's number 3, Samantha Tao with the interception over her head, but able to keep her feet in bounds. And now Carlmont will have some great field position, getting the ball back early.
Yeah, dangerous throw. Overshot her receiver a little bit, and number 3, Samantha Tao was there. She ball hawked that ball.
Yeah, almost looked like Riley Longacre was throwing that out of bounds with early pressure on her, but just found Samantha Tao wide open there for a pick. As Lauren Green here has it again, a double reverse pass here, jukes out, Sanaya Shields holding onto her flag and pulls it as 2 flags are thrown by the refs. Not sure if it looked like a holding call on her. She kind of grabbed her waistband, didn't she?
I don't know, but I'm seeing a lot of trickery from both teams, especially behind the line of scrimmage with a lot of misdirections, and I think that's going to be a key aspect of the game because normal plays don't seem to be really working right now. So who can kind of catch the other team unexpected and maybe break off a huge play?
Yeah, as you saw in that first half, on the first punt of the game, Lauren Massetti had the lateral, and it came up big for them. So some trick plays coming crucial. As I say that, some trickery offensively here by the Scots, and able to pick up some crucial yards.
Yeah, we just kind of manifested that in, but it seems to be working, and the Carlmont Scots are really sticking with the run game here.
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier, how as opposed to the Gators offense, Scots love to play it safe, similar to the Sacred Heart boys football team, just run first, pass second offense.
Yeah, it's a great way to wear down the opponent's defense, but consistent yards are hard to find.
Yeah, as they hand it off once again here, flag pulled immediately by Ella Horn, and Haley Cole's just not given a lot of space on that play.
Yeah, we've heard Ella Horn's name many times this game. She's been all over the field on defense, playing her heart out, and she comes up big with another short tackle.
Yeah, if you were to give the most important player so far in this game for each team, who would you say?
Well, of course, Kate Hansen with the huge catches, but I've seen definitely Ella Horn on defense, and I think just being able to keep that up.
And as we say that, deep pass there for Carlmont, wrapped up by Kay Hansen, but wide open is Miranda McCormick there for Carlmont. Just given a lot of space, maybe some miscommunication there by the Gators, as now the Scots are in some dangerous territory here late into the third quarter.
Yeah, perhaps like a missed assignment, but she was all by herself and that can't be happening right now at this time, but it's all good.
Yeah, Gator student section's filling up now, getting ready for Gator Game Day shortly. And we even have our Gator mascot there on the sideline.
Love to see that.
As Lauren Green reverses it there for McCormick once again. A flag thrown, tripped up, and a lot of complaining there by the Gators. And Carlmont will be moved back. It is a flag on them.
Yeah, each team trying to dominate the edge. Who can kind of control that sideline? And so far, each defense has done a good job of preventing a big run down the sideline.
You know, going back to Bob's Country Corner, once again, these tees, these polos made with the Sacred Heart logo and Bob's Country Corner here on the side, amazing quality, and thanks to Issa down at Country Corner for producing these for us.
Yeah, always love to see one of those at school when I'm walking around, and
yeah,
I think it just adds to that spirit of our wonderful Gator community.
Wonderful. As Ella Green passes it back and thrown wayward and batted down by Kate Hansen. Looked like she almost could have intercepted that, but just wanted to play it safe.
A lot of airtime on that ball. That ball was up there for a hot minute and comes down, incomplete pass. But more trickery, Lucas, more trickery.
Yeah, I mean, at least 3 or 4 times this drive, we've seen multiple laterals to Amina Mohammed and also Miranda McCormick that
Oh, no. As we have an injured player on the field. I believe
looks
that
like
is
Lauren Massetti
great,
coming
Lauren
off.
Massetti.
You hate to see it.
We hope she's all right. Stretching it out.
Oh, looks like she's cramping.
Could be just a cramp. But I feel like every play has kind of been a trick play. Like,
Yeah, I said going into halftime that Carlmont needed to mix up their playbook a little, and looks like they have had so far this drive.
it seems to be working.
As Greenier looks to pass deep and intercepted by Gianna Camus. Flag still not pulled, still going.
Wow.
And finally pulled by Samantha Tao once again. Great play by Gianna Camus, tracking that ball in the air the whole time since it was thrown and stopping that momentous drive that Carlmont had going for them.
Huge momentum turner. Big play by Gianna Camus. She cuts that route and just, she's there before the receiver and snatches that ball right from the Carlmont Scots.
Yeah, I mean, it looked
the quarter seems to be, apologies, Lucas.
Yeah, as we do end this third quarter, the Scots were looking like they had a lot of momentum. It looked to almost be certain that they were going to win, that they're going to score on that drive, as we will pause for a short minute here. Riley Longacre with the run here, able to stay in bounds and pulled once again by Samantha Tao.
Yeah, a QB power run there. She got some decent yardage, and it's really, yards are being hard to be found these days.
Yeah, Gators looking to come back with some trickery, as we saw by the Scots last drive, and starting their drive strong with a decent run by Riley Longacre here.
As long as the Gators can chew clock, I think they're in a good position. So we hope for a long, I think they're hoping for a long drive. Oh.
As snap straight to Sanaya Shields. Great space in the middle, still not thrown. Spun twice like a tornado out there. And finally, Carlmont was able to come up with the flag.
Yeah, spamming the spin button, and it was working because I think the Carlmont was just seeing a whirlwind of motion as she twirls for a strong rush.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. Just a lot of open space there given by Carlmont for the Gators to expose. As Riley Longacre looks to throw towards the middle and caught by Ella Horn for a short gain.
Yeah, not too bad. You know, it's a good pass right down the middle, playing it safe, and it's a solid 3 yards right there.
And here with 10 minutes and roughly 25 seconds left on the clock, Gators will look to lower this score. And wow.
Wow.
Tripped up there. Ooh.
Oh,
Kate
no.
Kennish looking a little dazed, as that did not look very good.
There was definitely some contact. I didn't see that well, but
Yeah, falling face
wow.
first there
We hope she's over.
on the field, looking like a lot of discomfort. Yeah, you hate to see it in a sport like this where they say there's not supposed to be contact, but in my experience watching and commentating on these games, there's definitely been a lot of unnecessary contact.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of just the sport of football, and you try to prevent that, but it's just unfortunate.
Riley Longacre dropping back to throw again to Sinai Shields, who is pulled immediately. You see John Kennish there on the sideline supporting his sister, giving her water, and just some brotherly
fist bumps.
love. You'd love to
Big
see it.
fist bump.
And he will be playing in our night game, our homecoming night game tonight after our Gator Game Day desk.
Yeah, quick shout out to John Kennish he had an injury, but his recovery has been quite inspiring.
As Riley Longacre throws for Kate Hansen, just dropped, and a lot of sighs by the crowd there.
Yeah, perhaps she felt the presence of that Carlmont defense, as it was pretty tight coverage, and heard those footsteps behind her.
Yeah, what seemed like a relatively quick drive so far. The Gators have already chewed off roughly 4 minutes off this clock, so even without a touchdown, if they weren't to come up with a touchdown at the end of this drive, you'd have to say a relatively successful drive. With Riley Longacre rolling out to the left, a lot of pressure on her. No one able to get her flag, still standing by, runs over a defender, finally taken down by force as a flag is thrown over her body, crashing down.
Yeah, there was not a lot of room there, but she maneuvered in a way that she was able to squeeze through that Carlmont defense, and that's a very good run.
Yeah, able to use her speed and elusiveness to get out of that three-woman rush by the Scots and capitalize of what looked like relatively nothing.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be actually a tackle for a loss, and she put on some moves, and what is that, a flag on Carlmont?
And now looks like a flag on Carlmont, as I believe it was when Riley Longacre ran into the body of a Carlmont defender, and just can't do that in flag football.
No, you cannot.
Yeah, maybe thought she was playing football out there, but refs don't agree.
I guess the refs didn't agree either,
Yeah, 1st and 10 now with 10 yards to the end zone, as it's a trick play, and Sinai Shields giving the ball, and her flag is finally thrown. Some trickery by Riley Longacre, looking like she had the ball in her hands.
Yeah, the direct snap to Sanaya has been pretty lucrative for the Gators this game. She's broken off a couple nice runs off that, because it's got that unexpectedness to it. And
it does have that unexpectedness. You expect Riley to get every time. As Sanaya Shields is taking the snap, Riley is put into motion. Sanaya rolls out to the left, still going, runs over defender, and there are 3 flags thrown.
I saw a flag coming from like 20 yards away.
Yeah, refs definitely agreed on this call.
Very enthusiastic flag.
Almost hit me from over there.
That's some velo on that. Wow, it was a deep ball.
As the student section is starting to fill up here for the Gators in anticipation of our Gator Game Day.
Oh, yes.
We will have Charlie Van Dyke, Henry Wayner, Ryan Carr, and the duo Riley Longacre and Sanaya Shields, who are playing in
do we know what the flag was on?
I think it was on Carlmont, as Gators will be moving even closer to their end zone. It's looking like roughly 3 yards to the end zone. 2nd and goal here as Riley Longacre runs through the middle, and touchdown Gators!
Touchdown Gators!
Riley Longacre, really great job recognizing that Carlmont came out with man-to-man coverage on her Gators receivers. So just running through the gap in the middle and capitalizing for the Gators this late into the game, which looks like a winning score there.
A huge hole. I don't think we've seen a hole that big during this game. That was an easy touchdown.
As Riley Longacre looks to throw deep, she's wrapped up defensively and unable to get anything out of that play as she was met with pressure early.
Pressure in her face right there, but
So
13-0. And I guess the clock doesn't stop running, or I am okay.
We'll see,
I'm a
yeah.
little confused about how the scoreboards, because the clock doesn't stop on incomplete passes, does it?
So yeah,
I don't know.
in football it does,
Yeah.
but I guess in flag football it does not, as the clock has begun to roll. Burn like 15 seconds.
That's a precious 30 seconds. So I am
As they look to throw here, and
Oh.
almost caught there by Bella Wilson with many Gators defenders on her, but as the clock keeps rolling now.
We're almost. It's under 4 minutes. I think the Gators did. The Gators start out the quarter with the ball. That was a very methodical, surgical drive, and they just chopped down that Carlmont defense as they slowly moved their way.
Yeah,
Scored that touchdown.
I'm not sure what I would call if I was the Carlmont coach here, but I'm gonna hope for some miracles with 3 minutes 30 seconds as the ball is fumbled around a little bit. Not anything. So many defenders on her, still being pulled, and her flag is finally pulled by, I believe, Eva Aberbuck. Lauren Green just giving nothing on that play and fighting for everything she can there.
Swamp of Gators just converges on Eva Green, and nowhere she could go. And I think they're really searching for that deep ball, but Gators have gotten that covered, and now the clock's under 3 minutes. Like, wow.
Yeah, now as the clock continues to roll, still haven't had anything offensively here for Carlmont, as there's a run through the middle and finally pulled by Lauren Massetti, who is back on the field after her cramp earlier in the half.
Yeah. She is back better than ever as she hits that nice tackle. And the clock, I am a little, this clock is very unforgiving, Lucas.
I was about to say the same thing. Clock
very
just giving them
unforgiving.
no extra seconds as there's a pass through the middle in attempt for Bella Wilson. As now it is second down.
We've seen it twice. There's some room in the middle of the field, but Carlmont unable to hang on to these catches, and
yeah, I mean, just not a lot of hope here for Carlmont in this drive late into the game. Gator student section yelling and doing everything they can to push their team over the line. As Lauren Green gets it in shotgun, looking to pass deep right field to Ella Wilson, and intercepted by Kate Kennish. Open space in the middle, goes out to the right, still going, no one pulling her flag, and finally pulled by Samantha Tao. Great job by Kate Kennish to come up with that one, using her height to an advantage, and looking like she just closed out the game for the Gators.
Yeah. Great concentration. Her brother Jack looking very proud, and another Gator who suffered an injury but was able to come back and really make a big impact on that last drive.
All right, Riley Longacre here in the backfield here, looking to run out to the right, given some empty space. Still going, still in bounds, and touchdown, Riley Longacre.
Wow. Riley Longacre said so long to Carlmont as she turned on those jets.
Wow.
Speeding by.
What a play by Riley Longacre, just putting the Scots to sleep. The first play of this drive late into the game, silencing them with a very commanding run out wide, and what looks like a play just to burn the clock turned into another Gators touchdown.
Might have to give her a speeding ticket for that one.
As she looks to the left, met with early pressure, throws it, and her flag is pulled, intended for Nava Amari,
Oh,
but
apparently, actually,
Apparent-
the two-point conversion was good.
yeah,
Caught by number 7, Nava Amari.
looked like her flag was pulled, but must have been
That's
across the line.
Great to see, yeah.
Yeah, so Gators 20-0 late into the game. Student section's going crazy. Parents seemingly louder than the students out here, but just a lot of enthusiasm by the sideline.
And I think we go back to that monumental play where the Carlmont Scots were actually driving, and they looked like they were about to tie up the game, but Gianna Camus came up with that big pick, and now that completely changed the momentum of the game.
Yeah, definitely crucial pick there for the Gators to keep their momentum. As Green here looking to pass, some pressure, deep left field, and almost intercepted by Katie Hansen and Gianna Camus, but just batted down.
Yeah, she saw number two interception, and Kay Hansen was unable to come up with that, but she hits the sword celebration as Gators are really clamping down. There's no room to throw.
Yeah, Gators definitely have been focusing lately on not giving up silly points early and especially late into the game. And we'll see how this plays out with a minute 30 left. Great pressure by Lauren Massetti, taken down by the defender and caught by the Scots. Great play by Amina Mohammed, but looks like Lauren Massetti got chop blocked there by the running back.
Even the big play, and I think Carlmont has just been a little, I don't want to say careless, but the turnovers combined with the penalties have just been killing them.
Yeah, great determination by Lauren Massetti to just get into that quarterback space, putting pressure, making her roll out to the left, and have that throw. But you just can't go for the knees in football or flag football.
That was a great catch by Amina Mohammed. Unfortunately, it was
called
negated.
back. Looking deep left once again and caught for the Scots, wrapped up by Gianna Camus. But great job by Miranda McCormick for a small and relatively unimpactful gain, you have to say.
Just a little too late. Like they're starting to move the ball, but unfortunately, there's under a minute, and 20 points is hard to score in a minute.
Yeah, definitely now 50 seconds as she seemed to be sacked, but Mohammed able to come up with the ball as there is an injured Scot down on the field. Not what you like to see at all, but especially this late into a game.
I'm not really sure what happened, but let's not speculate, but yeah, we hope she's all right.
As we transition to this, to give a shout out to Thomas Clemens there down on the sideline, setting up our Gator Game Day. Many Gators surrounding the desk, getting ready. We have our signs up. So when that clock expires soon, make sure to stay on the stream as we will send it down to our panel for what I would say an electric Gator Game Day experience. What do you expect out of that one?
I cannot wait to hear what the first Sanaya and Riley think of their game, and I think it'll just be a really fun time. A lot of good energy. We've put in a lot of work. Many people, as Lucas said, working diligently, and we cannot wait for you to see.
Yeah, as Green looks to throw deep left, but unable to get it off, still running around and scrambles out of the pocket, but pulled by the Gators. That was
Yeah, Gators kind of just suffocating Carlmont out here. Nowhere to run, nowhere to breathe, no room to breathe. And wow, Carlmont takes a timeout here with 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and once again, back to the game day desk. We'll start off with a reflection led by Riley and Sanaya on their thoughts on their game, how that went, and some crucial players for them. And then we will be looking to the future, to our big and anticipated Under the Lights game for our boys football team, who are warming up a couple players on the sideline right now, passing it back and forth. And we will have two special guest appearances from very famous celebrities. One, a head coach in the NFL. I will not say his name yet. And then another
It rhymes with I'm just kidding.
very famous around the ESPN College Game Day community. So make sure to stay tuned if you want to find out who those special appearances are.
Must watch television.
And here, a little trickery deep for Green and caught.
Oh,
What a
wow.
catch there by Miranda McCormick, giving them some life, but nothing that they're going to do this late in the game with 17 seconds will make an impact.
Yeah, it looked like she had magnets on her hands. I don't know how she reeled that catch in, but great catch. Unfortunately, as Lucas said, it's a little too late. And 17 seconds. Hopefully, Carlmont can put a score on the board and not leave home for some goose eggs. With some goose eggs, as they call them.
Yeah, and great job by Miranda McCormick to find that ball. She was spinning, I believe, before she caught it, and doing anything she can to give her team some life, but just too little too late, to say the least, for Carlmont.
Perhaps I think Carlmont was very run heavy, and I think if they were able to tap into that pass game a little earlier, perhaps they could have done some damage in the air, but
Yeah,
it was kind of only in their last resort they turned to the air. So
against this fierce Gators defense, running the ball is just not something you can do and expect to come out on top with. With this great pressure by Lauren Massetti once again. Thrown deep into the middle, caught. Great job by Samantha Tao to find the ball as her flag is, her flag was pulled, I believe, by Kay Kennish, but the refs are calling it a touchdown.
Oh,
Touchdown Scots.
wow. A very nice play design. She was open down the middle, and it looked like she was a little short of the goal line, but I think she was able to reach in.
Yeah, we never like to argue with the refs' decisions up here,
Yeah.
but Kate Kennish seemed to not be very happy with that call, as there are some consolation points put up on the board
Yeah.
for the Scots as they go for the two-point conversion. Great pressure here by Ella Horn,
Fumble.
and she is sacked. Great job by Ella Horn, putting great pressure on the quarterback this late into the game. And the Gators will get the ball back with 6 seconds left on
that's-
the game.
That's kind of been the story of the game, as excuse my partner for that, but that's been the story of the game. Lots of pressure on Carlmont, and that pressure is just really no room for the passing, no room for the run game, and that I would say that Gators front is one of the MVPs of this game.
Yeah, I believe the Gators need a ball to finish out this game.
Really?
Finally get one given to them. And we will be sending it down shortly to our panel once again, our Gator Game Day panel that we've been putting a lot of work in. Our special appearances, our Gator mascot. Yeah. And now Gators have won it, celebrating in the corner there with Carlos McBride Productions.
Yeah.
And Gators win 20-6. What did you see out of this game by the Gators?
A little celebration sensation happening at the 20-yard line I just love that. I love that spirit of the Gators as they completely clamp down on defense. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, great plays early in the game by Kate Hansen, fading a little bit in the second half, but just a dominant performance by her. Big catch to set up a great scoring drive for the Gators early. And then great job by Gianna Camus coming up with that pick. And then Ella Horn and Lauren Massetti putting great pressure the entire game.
Quite a team effort, yeah.
Quite a team effort. I mean,
Everyone stepped up.
yeah, I could go on for minutes about how well
Maybe
each
hours.
player did. Maybe hours. Could overlap with the game day
But,
stream.
unfortunately, we cannot as
Unfortunately, we cannot.
game
But
day. Lots of commotion around our desk.
yeah, but overall, a great
Yeah.
team effort by the Gators. Everybody had a very commanding performance and a commanding victory as they are celebrating
Yeah.
with our home fans here.
Our student section
A
getting
lot of
hype.
effort.
Everyone getting hype, and
Yeah,
this is the energy you love to see.
looks like Coach Dennis O'Malley is the most excited one down there in a little huddle with them. I believe that we just won.
And they did, in fact, win 6, and now we have about an hour before our boys varsity.
Yes,
football.
in this intermission between an hour, we will be sending it down shortly to our long-awaited ESPN College Game Day remake, SHP TV Gator Gameday, sponsored by Bob's Country Corner, and we will be sending it down to you guys
Thank you
now.
so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gator Nation Field here at 150 Valparaiso Avenue, the second happiest place on earth, otherwise known as Sacred Heart Prep, where the Carlmont Scots are coming to the swamp to take on your SHP Gators! Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight here at Gator Nation Field for our second annual SHP TV Gator Game Day presented by Bob's Country Corner. I am so happy to be joined by such a great panelist of experts, including Ryan Carr, Pierce Hetherington, and two great female flag football players, Riley Longacre and Sanaya Shields, who just got off a great 20-6 victory over the Carlmont Scots. Riley. Riley, I'm going to start off with you first. You went out there as a starting quarterback. Can you just tell me your mindset going into the game tonight?
So my mindset was we have to stay humble. I mean, we have a good record. We were 9-1. Same with Carlmont. They were also 9-1. So win by a lot or anything. But I was saying if we put our mind into it, like we can do it for sure. Second half, we put everything into it, and we scored, I believe, 2 more touchdowns than we did in the first. And then we pulled out in the end, and we did really well. Yeah.
Sanaya, over to you. On the defensive side of the ball, you played incredible tonight, especially going against number 3, Samantha Tao on Carlmont, who's been an incredible utility player for them all year. How did you shut her and the entire Carlmont offense down this game?
Yeah, I think it was really key for us to just get them into the inside, really break down their plays, block them in defensively without getting any fouls. So I think that we did a great job on that tonight.
Going into the game tonight, you guys had a change-up in the playbook. Can you tell us how it affected your mindset going into the game?
So usually we have 18 plays. Our coach switched absolutely everything. Everyone was changing positions. Brooke Clemens, who came in and played 3 different positions. That was definitely key. We changed our entire defense based on how well Carlmont's been playing in the past few games. But we were able to put it together. We had 1 practice only to do this playbook, and it ended up being really good, and it worked against their offense and defense for sure.
On the defensive side of the ball, again, I have to say, you only missed 6 points. What role did Kate Hansen play in this defensive masterclass today, I have to say? She has 15 interceptions on the season so far. What can you just attest to Kate Hansen's ability on the field?
Yeah, Kate is an amazing player on both sides of the field. She is great at just getting those interceptions. You see it every game. She just attacks that ball with confidence, and I'm so incredibly proud of her.
Ryan, I got to toss it over to you now. What did you see, especially with Riley having to get the ball off so early in the pocket? What did you see on this field that made her ability to get the ball off so quickly so effective?
Yeah, extremely outstanding effort. You know, going in against Carlmont, who won their last 4 games that combined 172 points. It was really points on a defense that's allowed 6 points in the last 4 weeks. Incredible offensive performance, as well as holding them to only 6 points after they scored 172 in their last 4. And one player I have to shout out. I have to shout out Kate Kennish. 1 touchdown, at least 1 interception. Just an outstanding effort on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, this SHP team's Travis Hunter, you could say.
And we are so incredibly happy and delighted to welcome Kate Kennish, the one, the only Bob's Country player of the game. Kate, how'd you feel playing out there tonight?
I felt so good. It was such a fun game, and I'm just so grateful to be a part of this team.
Now, you went down with an injury late in the 3rd quarter. Can you just walk us through that play?
I cut, and I don't really know what happened. I think I maybe tripped over someone, but I hit the ground, maybe hit my head, but I came back, so it's all good.
One thing after injury that I saw that really especially moved my heart was your brother being there for you, picking you up off the field. What can you attest to your relationship with your brother, who's on the boys football team?
My brother and I have always been super close, and it's super fun that we both play the same sport, so it's just a great connection I have with him, and I love that he was there.
Now I have to ask, who's better at football, you or your brother?
Me.
Wow, a lot of confidence. Can I say why?
I can play offense and defense.
Wow. And now for your brother's game, can I get a score prediction?
I'm going to say 40-0.
40-0. She's calling that the Gators are going to steamroll the Carlmont Scots. Okay, thank you so much for joining us. Now you're Bob's Country Corner girls player of the game. We're going to cut to commercial really quickly, and we'll be right back for more Gator Gameday here on SHP TV. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to SHP TV Gator Gameday, presented by Bob's Country Corner here at Gator Nation Field. Moving over now to the boys' game, where last week they had an incredible victory against the Kings Academy, 22-19, in a dogfight, where Alex Ford went up against a 3-star of Jaden Flores and was able to shut him down. Henry, can you tell me a little bit more about that?
I mean, he did a great job. Everybody thought it was going to be a mismatch, and he showed up, and Jaden Flores was held to not that many yards, and he actually was injured for a lot of the game too, so that played a role.
Now, what do you guys think Alex Ford's going to be able to do in this game against another star wide receiver on Carlmont, Austin Soto?
Super talented player. He's coming off a 180-yard performance last week in a 3-point loss to Monte Vista. He's averaging almost 120 yards receiving per game, so super talented player. But I do think Jaden Flores was a little bit better. Jaden Flores, top 100 player in the state of California. Alex Ford locked him up. If he can play similarly tonight, I think we're going to have a great day.
Yeah, I think for this Carlmont offense, their pass attack is their strongest asset. And what I've heard from the SHP Gators is that they're going to be running 3 safeties deep today with Nathan Fox, Cooper Karros, and Sasha Bomdod. So try and prevent the pass as much as they can today. That's going to be a key to success.
I noticed that Alex Ford was the defensive player of the week on Get Sports Focus, so I think he got this. I think he's got a lockdown. Kings was a great team to prepare him for this game today, but absolutely shutting down Carlmont.
On the defensive line, they played such an incredible game last time. They were able to limit to around 5 tackles for losses. Henry, can you tell us why the defensive line for Sacred Heart was so effective?
Yeah, his name is Jack Hansen, and you see on the field a lot of people talking smack to him after he makes a play, and he just keeps his head down and keeps it rolling. So he's a big part of that defensive line, and he has 2.5 sacks on the season. So he's doing great thus far. Yeah, one thing to add, this is going to be a game that's won in the trenches with Max and Hunter Delinka on the ground. I could see a big game from those.
I think Maxime Morel was a great asset to the team, especially last year because he transferred into Sacred Heart for the first time. But I think Hunter and Cooper are both 100% capable of taking the ball downfield. I've seen Cooper. He's been doing great this entire season, especially the Kings game. So, yeah, I think they all got it.
Brian Carr, specifically over to you. What can you comment about Jack Hansen that made him such an effective player last week? Henry touched upon it, but what specifically about Jack Hansen did you love so much?
I agree. Jack Hansen, he's got so much power and so much explosiveness, and you rarely see that combination in a defensive lineman, and I think that just makes him a massive difference maker, and he's going to have to be a difference maker tonight. The Carlmont offensive line is a bit of a question mark. They've got a talented quarterback, but I think if Jack Hansen, Timote Fangupo, Marquise Black can get after him, they're going to make it tough. And if the quarterback doesn't have time to throw, he's definitely not going to have time to get it out to his quarterbacks, which should help Alex Ford out.
Brody Sorelli, star quarterback for the Carlmont Scots. Riley, as a quarterback yourself, only having such limited time to throw the ball, Brody's going to have limited time to throw the ball tonight. What's your advice to him to get the ball out quicker and deliver more accurate passes? Yes.
I think that if we have Marquise Black, Jack Hansen, and Timote, that's not even possible. He can try, though. But I think our D-line's got that on lock.
Love to hear it. I love to hear it. Moving over to what Pierce mentioned earlier about injuries tonight. Maxime Morelli is out with an ankle injury tonight. Hunter Delinko is going to have to step up in his place. Henry, what do you think about Hunter Delinko makes him such a crucial running back, especially in this game tonight?
Yeah, so Hunter Delinko has 11 carries on the season versus Sasha Bondad's 10. I think that him and Maxime are the 2 power backs on the team. Delinko's only averaging 3.2 yards per carry versus Morelli's 6.5. I think that if they get him some goal line work, that would work great. But I do think that Cooper Karros is going to step up into a bigger role rather than Delinko taking all of Morelli's carries. Karos actually has 49 carries for 5.1 yards per carry on the season, which is the most carries out of any running back, and he has 6 touchdowns, which is 3 times as much as any other player on the team, including passing touchdowns by Nico Polioni. So I think this is actually more of a Karos game.
I think is important to mention is that Hunter Dolinko isn't going to be working out there alone. He's got Cooper Karos in front of him, and they're very different style of back. Cooper Karos, he's fast, he's explosive, he's shifty. Hunter Dolinko is more of a power back, and I think that change of pace could help Hunter Dolinko get some space, get ahead of steam, and take it to the house.
Better watch the Lions game. I think.
Another crucial injury for these Gators tonight will be linebacker Aiden Kahn, who is stepping out due to another injury. Riley, on the defensive side of the ball, what are the Gators going to be missing most without Aiden Kahn on the field?
I think without him, it's going to be hard to shut things down, but at the same time, the Gators, they're very interchangeable. Anyone can take his place, although he's a really good athlete. I think without him, it will be hard for sure, but I think they got it down.
Henry. Mark Greaves' offense has consistently gone into the pro set, and it has been successful against a lot of teams that are able to bite against the fakes to Sasha Baumdad on the jet sweep. Last week, Sasha Baumdad delivered a crucial touchdown against Kings Academy for the win. Do you think Sasha's going to be able to get some movement in this pro set tonight, or is he going to be able to get shut down by the defense?
No, I think Sasha builds on his momentum from last week here. Coming into last week, he actually had negative receiving yards on the season due to a couple of screen passes that went badly. But he had over 50 receiving yards last game, and we saw his athletic ability out on the field. I think that he plays a big role in this game, and I think that he keeps it rolling.
Carlmont's coming into this game with 2 losses, and Gators are coming in with a 3-game win streak. Pierce, who do you think needs this win more?
I think the Gators got to keep this momentum rolling, and I think tonight's a great night to do so.
14th in CCS, their only loss coming to Sacred Heart Cathedral in the first week of the season. Going into this game, what needs to be their mindset to stay cool, calm, and composed in order to win, Riley?
I think that, like Pierce mentioned, they play Sacred Heart Cathedral. They're a very good school. Having a hard lineup like that, everyone gets into a mentality of they got to get it done. When they play harder teams, it definitely is something. But at the same time, I agree. You know, they're in the mindset of let's keep the streak going. Let's get it going. Even though Carlmont may need it more, they're not going to get it today.
Let me build on that really quickly. I think that we should talk a little bit about the offensive schemes here. Carlmont throws more than twice as often as SHP does. And how do you think that we're going to have to change up this offense and them do the same to make this an interesting game?
I can comment on that. I think Sacred Heart's offense for the boys team is more of a running offense. I think we have some great players. We've got Hunter Dolinko and Cooper Karos, and they're able to always get down the field. It's sad we don't have Maxie, but at the same time, if they keep it going with their running game, I think they have this game easy.
Do you think that increases the need for a passing attack here?
Repeat that?
Without Maxime, does that increase the need for a passing attack?
I think that's possible, but at the same time, since they have 2 really good running backs, it won't really be a problem. I mean, it's good to get the ball down there, but not doing anything too risky that they haven't done before.
Do you see Nico Polioni's performance so far? Last year, he had 8 turnovers in total. This year, he's had 2 interceptions to begin the season. How important is ball security for tonight?
I think ball security is important. At the same time, I don't think it will be a problem. I don't think they will be passing that much, so I don't think they're going to have to worry about any interceptions or anything like that. So I think ball security is important, but at the same time, I think the defense has it on lock. It won't be a problem.
Ball security definitely a super important part of any game. Last week against Kings Academy, coming out with a 3-point win, we were outgained both on the ground and in the air, but we were still able to come on top by protecting the ball and being opportunistic when the other team gave it away. So I think winning the turnover battle is going to be super important here today.
I think that the fumbling issues for Nico Polioni, that's something that's going to have to be improved upon. He has seven fumbles so far this season, and only 2 of those have been lost, but that's really more luck of the draw there. The QB having to recover one of his own fumbles, at least one every single game, is going to be an issue, and for a strong defense, that's just not something you can let happen.
Control, I see that on Carlmont's side. They have a 3-star, Jaden Flores, who is a wide receiver. He's definitely a big part of the Carlmont offense. So when it comes to ball control, the biggest thing is just keeping it on the offense, because if we give them a chance, it's possible they can get through. But at the same time, Alex Ford will be guarding him, and I think he has that on lock.
Last game, a lot of penalties gave Sacred Heart a lot of advantage. Kings was a relatively undisciplined team. Do you think Gators are going to need to capitalize off the mistakes tonight, or are they going to be able to play their best ball and be able to beat Carlmont that way?
The Gators are going to come out and play some strong football. I mean, we're playing against a defense who has allowed 40 and 55 points over the past 2 weeks. I could see this game being a complete shootout. Yeah, I think the Gators just got to apply pressure throughout.
Okay, now, after all this analysis, I think we have to go down to our pick segment. Ryan Carr, we're going to start with you. Can you give us a score prediction for tonight?
I can definitely give you a score prediction for tonight. So I think we've got two very different style of offenses matching up, but I think the Sacred Heart Prep Gators have a bit of an edge. They've got a great coach. They've got a next man up mentality. We're going to get a chance to see a lot of the younger guys step up, and I think the Gators are going to come out on top 27-21.
Gators with a victory according to Ryan Carr. Pierce, what about to you?
Yeah, like everyone said so far, I think the Gators need to pass the ball, and I think that's exactly what they're going to do tonight. I got a score prediction of 38-14. Gators win.
Gators winning 38-14 for Pierce. Riley, now, what's your score prediction?
I agree. I think the offenses are very different with them having a wide receiver who is a 3-star. It's more of a passing game from their side, but at the same time, we have 2 great running backs that we haven't played today, Hunter and Cooper, so I think they can get that done. But I believe the score will be 42-28, high-scoring game, us winning.
Wow, 3 Gators in a row. Henry, over to you.
Yeah, I'm going 21-17. Gators take it. It's all going to depend on the secondary, how the secondary performs. Luckily for the Gators, I think most of the injuries, besides the injury to Aiden Kahn, affect the running attack more. And if Alex Ford does his job like he did last game, and the other secondary pieces do the same, then I think that we have a very, very good shot at winning this game. So yeah, 21-17, Gators take it.
Thank you all for joining us here for Gator Gameday. We are now going back up to the desk for a presentation of boys varsity football. Thank you very much, and go Gators! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SHP TV's presentation of boys football here at Gator Nation Field, 150 Valparaiso Avenue, the second happiest place on earth, Sacred Heart Prep, where we have your Sacred Heart Gators taking on the visiting Carlmont Scots. My name is Charlie Van Dyke. Thank you for joining us tonight alongside my commentary host, Ryan Carr. Sorry for getting started a little bit late. We're going to have bombed out in a jet sweep. He's going to receive a block. Tripped up a little bit and pushes out of bounds, finally taken down, but not after picking up nearly a 15-yard gain to start it out for the Gators and picking up a first down to begin off the drive.
Yeah, outstanding spin move there. We talked before the game about how important it's going to be for that Gators offensive line to set the edge, give space for Sasha to turn that corner and get upfield, and we saw it on the very first play of the game, 15 yards. They'll hope to continue that for sure.
That's Sasha Baum, that he was the winning touchdown last week against the Kings Academy. You know he doesn't give up. The defensive back was around his ankle near the line of scrimmage, and he was able to push 48 yards to the end zone. Cooper Karros, he had a good long touchdown last week. Can he have another one? Thrown down this time. Andy Dent, what a hit from him. He's taking them all around. And a first down, clearly. Quite an aggressive takedown from Andy Dent right there.
Cooper Karros, another good run. That looked to be at least 20 plus, maybe around 25 yards. Outstanding second play of the game. A quick pitch in the backfield. Cooper is able to find a lane, get upfield, and pick up a big game. We talked about how important it's going to be for that Gators to run the football, take some pressure off Nico Polioni, and force this defense to commit to the run, and that should open up some space downfield. They're off to a good start.
Bombed out in motion now. They're going to hand off to Karros one more time. Taken down very quickly. Good takedown by the Carlmont Scots on that one, limiting the gain. After the 1 yard gain, it brings up a 2nd down and 9 for the Gators. Poglione will hand it to Karras again. Has a little bit more room this time, but taken down one more time. Number 35, Maximilio Navarrete, hopping on the tackle for that one. Brings up a 3rd down and just around 5.
Big 3rd down here. Third and medium on the first possession of the game. It would be huge for the Gators' momentum to convert this and hopefully keep marching down the field for a score.
Gators coming out. Nico Poglione under center. Hunter Delenko and Cooper Karras in the backfield. Poglione dropping back to pass, rolling out to his right, looking for options, going downfield, looking for the end zone. Fox! Touchdown! Gators! Nathan Fox getting that distance, putting his feet down in the end zone, and starting the Gators off hot against Carlmont.
Yeah, Nathan Fox is the Gators' leading receiver this year with just around 40 yards a game. And I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but he can come up with big plays when you need it. Outstanding route there. Defender on his hip pocket. Great ball from Nico. Catches it with the hands only over the shoulder. And now he's going to get his chance to get one more point with the extra point.
Snap good, hold good, kick up, away, and good. Gators, they will begin off their homecoming and under the lights, 7-0 against Carlmont. We will be right back after this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gator Nation Field here in Atherton, California, where the Sacred Heart Gators really just essentially sliced their way through the Carlmont defense like a hot knife through butter and put up 7 points on the board with a Nathan Fox receiving touchdown from Nico Poglione. Now his brother Leo will take the kickoff.
Exactly like a sizzling hot knife through butter. Now Leo Fox boots it through the back of the end zone, but going back, just an outstanding first drive from the Gators, scoring in under 2 minutes. Just about 2 minutes and 40 seconds. They got the ball moving on the ground, and that was able to set up that play action pass to the back of the end zone for Nathan Fox.
Now here comes the Carlmont offense. They are led by their quarterback, number 3, Brody Zarelli, who has quite an arm. He's thrown 7 touchdowns already this season. But the thing was, with those 7 touchdowns comes a really impressive feat, especially when you consider the line of Carlmont. They have been acting like water this season. Defensive lines have been able to slice through it way too easily and be able to get to the quarterback, limiting Brody's effectiveness. They're going to hand it off to Lavrarve. Immediately taken down. Getting nowhere to Mote Fangupo, slicing and dicing his way through the offensive line, just like last week.
Yeah, he had an outstanding performance last week against Kings Academy. Feasting on that offensive line. They've got a bunch of tackle for losses this year, and that defensive line is definitely a strong point of Sacred Heart.
Definitely led by a lot of strong players on that team, especially Jack Hansen. Henry Wayner mentioned it down at the Gator Game Day desk. He's got heart, that kid, he does, and he will be willing to chase down anyone, especially during a quarterback hurry. Zarelli drops back to pass. Hansen pressuring him, throws it deep. Caught, taken in by Austin Soto, star wide receiver for the Carlmont Scots.
Yeah, that's a connection that has become all too common this year for the Carlmont Scots. Austin Soto coming off a nearly 180-yard receiving performance last week against Monte Vista. He's averaging almost 120 yards a game. He's got 5 touchdowns as well. And yeah, just a star player. Quarterback Zarelli is definitely going to keep looking for him because he is a star.
He's got 5 touchdowns already this season, and he's backed up by other great wide receivers on that line with him. In the pistol formation, Zarelli dropping back to pass. looking for options, pocket collapsing, has to get it off, throws it, caught by Soto again, through the contact, brings it on in. First down for the Carlmont Scots.
Yet another dart. Brody Zarelli, great play in the pocket. You know, the pocket's collapsing around him. He slides, finds some space, flows into that open spot in the pocket, and delivers a dart right to Soto's numbers.
Now, as I mentioned, there are other great wide receivers on this Carlmont offense. The second best, by some argue the first best, is Lucas Robertson. He's got 6 Division III offers, best being Denison, to go play football at the next level. Zarelli under center. He's going to give it to Trotter. Trotter with his second carry of the night. Trying to push his way through. He's not getting anywhere. Entire defensive line hopping on him, making sure he's going nowhere.
Carlmont offensive line, they've got to get some push, try and get this run game going, because if their only threat is Zarelli in the pocket, you know, Gators are going to key on that. They're going to be sending pressure and dropping a bunch back in coverage, and that's going to make it much tougher for Zarelli to find space to deliver that ball.
Timote Fangupo finds him one more time. That's 2 more tackle for our losses. He told me not to quote him earlier today, and I kind of really wish I had. He's doing incredible to begin off this game.
Indeed, indeed. Already seeing some struggles with that offensive line. Even on those 2 long pass plays, we saw the pocket starting to collapse. Zarelli, great job standing in there, delivering strikes, but they've got to be better.
So now that after the failed run attempt by the Scots, it brings up a 3rd down and 10. Crucial for Carlmont if they want to get a hard start just like the Gators. And whistles being blown now.
Looks like a timeout called by the Scots. They're going to want to potentially change the play, potentially just make sure everyone knows what's going on this big 3rd down and 10.
We're going to be right back just after this. Welcome back after the official timeout to a big 3rd down and 10 for the Carlmont Scots. They led up a big first drive to the Gators, who currently lead 7-0. Now, do they have to convert this 3rd down if they want to stay in this game, Ryan?
I mean, they definitely don't have to. We know they have a prolific offense. They put up 37 points last week, but they are down by 7, and that's going to be an incompletion there, and that's costly. But they are in a field position where you could see them try and go for it. You're not going to get much out of a punt here, maybe only 20 yards if it goes through the back of the end zone. So we'll see what they decide to do here.
No, high school kickers, they don't have legs like Brandon Aubrey. They can't just nail a 60-yarder for fun. But I do see I think the coach of Carlmont would understand your thinking, Ryan, as I believe Brody Zarelli and his offense are staying out there for Carlmont.
Yeah, not exactly surprising, but it is going to be 4th and 10. This is a big play. If the Gators can get a 4th down stop and start marching down the field from this field position, you know, it might be tough for Carlmont to get back into it.
Soto in motion. Zarelli dropping back to pass from the gun. Has to deliver. Going deep. Looking for the end zone. Robertson. Caught on the 5. My goodness. Lucas Robertson fighting off Alex Ford to haul the ball through the contact and getting a huge first down for Carlmont.
And that's Lucas Robertson. You know, we mentioned him earlier. He's been overshadowed by Austin Soto, but he is a very, very talented player working against the Gators' top corner, Alex Ford, and doesn't really beat him. It wasn't an outstanding route. Alex Ford did a great job staying with him through the whole route, but Lucas Robertson just beats him at the point of contact, shows great hands, and as a DB, there's not much more you can do. You know, he got in his space, took him down as soon as possible.
And now on the 5-yard line for Carlmont. Zarelli with the ball. He'll hand it off to Trotty. No, I can't get back. He'll keep it himself. No one around him into the end zone. Brody Zarelli taking it himself, using his legs, and scoring a big touchdown for the Carlmont Scots.
Gators trying to get after Trotter, the running back. Thought he was going to the right side, and Zarelli just left completely unmarked. He strolls into the end zone to tie it. Actually, not tie it yet. It's 7-6, but this PAT will tie it.
I mean, that was a really well-sold fake. It sold me as well. It was a really well-done fake.
And kick is
good.
Up and good. Tied 7-7 with 6:27 left in the first quarter of play.
Now, whereas the defense was the storyline last week, as you mentioned, if you were watching the Kings Academy game, this so far, oh, we're on TV. This so far, it seems like it's going to be an offensive story so far. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, nearly no penalties, and it looks like it might be a shootout tonight.
Yeah, 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. We talked earlier about the very different style of football the Gators and the Scots play. The Scots air raid offense. They like to throw it a lot. We saw it on that. We saw huge pass play, a few early completions. The Gators are very different. They're a smash mouth type offense, handed to the running backs, ground and pound. And we were wondering which way this game would go, whether it was going to be a shootout or whether it was going to be a defensive struggle like the Gators would like. And it's a little too early to say, but you think the answer based on the score right now is it's going to be a shootout.
Well, me personally, I always think shootouts are a little bit more fun to call. A lot more touchdowns, am I right? With this, we'll bring out the Carlmont kickoff team to give it back to the Gators for their second possession of the night. And a low-driven kick. Get a bounce to Jason Moran. That's Leitao. He's able to put someone on the ground, but he's taken down right around the 33-yard line.
Yeah, Atalaya Tau, I don't think anyone thinks of him as a running back or a turn man, and he's probably not. But, you know, he got up there, put 2 hands on the football, which is the most important part, just securing that. And then he's able to get a little space, puts his body on a big defender, and brings it up to around the 35-yard line.
So after the poor kick, it'll give Gators good field position on around their own 33-yard line. Boyoni, his last pass was a touchdown to Nathan Fox. Gonna send bomb down in motion. Gonna give it to Karras. He's got a lane through the middle. Staying up, fighting through the contact, needing the whole group of white to take him down, and he finally will, but not after a nearly 20-yard gain. Flipping the field, Cooper Karras. Yes, sir, point to that first down. You got that.
I know Coach Grieve loves to see that. As a coach, the best thing you want to see from your running back is that they keep those legs churning, because there's always the opportunity to break through and get a few extra yards. And he got a lot of extra yards there, taking 5 Carlmont defenders to take him down.
Now the initial 4-3 defense of the Carlmont Scots, they weren't even able to touch Cooper Karras. David Baltazar and Dylan Sorensen, the very strong secondary for Carlmont, had to come in and save the defensive line's mishaps and take them down, but not after a large gain. Bomb down in motion. And Dylan Sorensen, oh my goodness, he just.
Sorry, flag on the play.
It looks like Dylan Sorensen made a jump. And it's going to give the Gators a free 5 yards.
Indeed, defense jumping off sides there.
So after the offsides from Dylan Sorensen, it'll give the Gators a free 5 yards. And they are sitting on now the Scots' 33-yard line, definitely within striking distance.
Yeah, 1st and 5. We saw the Gators score that passing touchdown from a similar distance earlier. Actually, probably about 10 yards further up the field. But anyway, we know Nico Polioni can spin it. He can get it to that end zone for sure. So
Polioni, he'll give it to Dalenko for his first carry. The power back for tonight, stepping on in, giving us a big 13 yards and a new first down. Now, Hunter Delenko, you're going to hear that name a lot tonight, considering the star running back for the Gators, Maxime Morelli, is hurt with an ankle injury. In the last game against the Kings Academy, he did go down with an ankle injury. He could not stand on it for too long. He was talking to me during my waiting for my sandwich at Bob's Country Corner, and he told me that while he is sad he can't be playing tonight, he is more than confident in Hunter Delenko. He's an incredible running back, and the fact that he's out is going to direct all attention to Cooper and leave the door wide open for Hunter to take all the credit tonight.
There's definitely reasons for confidence. Coach Grieve emphasized that next man up mentality, and now Hunter Delenko is going to get a chance. And, you know, he made the most of it on that first play, and now Sasha Bomdad getting the carry.
It was a good carry by Bomdad, getting to bring up around 6 or 7 yards. Bring up a third down at round 3. Boyone now. Gonna get out on a screen pass. Gonna get it to Charlie Ford. Does he have a lane? He looks like he might. Good takedown. Number 35, Maximiliano Novrate. Stopping Charlie Ford before he can get to the end zone. But great play design by Mark Grieve on that one.
Yeah, Charlie Ford is a super talented player. It's really important to get the ball to him in space because there's always the opportunity for him to make a man miss and get a few extra yards. So definitely maybe one of the points of emphasis for the Gators is getting the ball to Charlie Ford.
So after the good gain, it brings up a first down and goal on the Gators, on the Scots 7-yard line. See if Nico Polioni and the Gators can capitalize off this great field position. They're going to want to circle Hunter Delenko and Cooper Karros in the backfield. They're definitely being the ones looking for it right now, and a flag will fly. And a delay of game will fall on SHP. It'll back him up 5 yards, putting him on the 12-yard line. Speaking of delay games, watch the Ryder Cup today.
I did not watch the Ryder Cup, but I heard about it.
Yeah, real big disappointment today. Out in, what's the course called? I feel bad now, I forget.
You're asking the wrong guy. I didn't
Yeah,
hold
okay.
you.
Yeah, Team USA, can we clutch up this weekend?
I did see a stat that the team that wins the first. Oh, hold
Cooper
on.
Karros to the end zone. He's got it. Sit down, Andy Dent. Touchdown, Gators.
Cooper Karros, an angry run there. Puts his head down and slices through that defense and tosses Andy Dent to the ground at the end of the run for good measure.
And I feel it's that bad. I met Andy right before the game. He was a great guy to talk to, but, I mean, my goodness, Cooper sent him flying to the ground.
He did indeed.
Nathan Fox now out for the extra point. Snap good, hold good, kick up, away, and good. Now in Atherton, California, it's finally cooled off a little bit in the sizzling heat. But my friends, let me tell you, Nathan Fox, he's ice colder.
He is indeed, and that's a luxury that not enough people talk about in high school football, is having a kicker who can put it through the uprights consistently. It's always good to have that to be able to fall back on. And I know it doesn't seem like much, but those extra points after each touchdown, they can add up. And so it's great to be able to trot Nathan Fox out there and just not have to worry at all.
And you know what adds up your happiness when you go to Bob's Country Corner? Our good friends down at Bob's Country Corner. I mean, I was out there earlier today. Big shout out to Issa. He's our absolute, I mean, I think he's probably one of the greatest humans to ever just exist, period. Bob's Country Corner, great sandwiches, snacks, food, drinks, anything you could ever want. Bob's Country Corner is the place, third happiest place on earth. Now after the Gators touchdown, Leo Fox back on to kick his second kickoff of the day as the Gators lead by a touchdown. And another great kick from Leo Fox. That's a great family of kickers right there, Leo and Nathan. So Brody Zarelli now, he'll walk out with his Carlmont offense
to try and deliver another touchdown like he did last time. Now, one of the key matchups you're going to have to watch out for on this next drive is Alex Ford versus Lucas Robertson. Star defensive back, star wide receiver, number 12 and number 7, as you can see on our screen right there. You're going to definitely want to watch these two. Oh, and Trotter, he will slip going down. Robertson center out, pushing him just for good measure. But he will lose yardage on the Coconut Turf Field.
Yeah, he's not happy about that, and he's had kind of a tough day to start off. There hasn't been a lot of running room. Almost like Chase Brown on the Bengals. There's just not been much space to operate with. Still a little bit pissed about Chase Brown on my fantasy team. But anyway, Lucas Trotter, he's had a tough day so far. He'll be looking to get it going this drive.
The one thing I can't appreciate about Carlmont is that they go both in the gun and under center, I will say. That time under center, they're going to give it to Trotter. A little bit better of a carry this time, but not that much better, as he'll only get around 5 yards, bring up a 3rd down and around 7.
Yeah, definitely more manageable from the 3rd and 7 to from 2nd and 11 to 3rd and 7. It's actually, I think it's going to be a little bit of a more favorable spot than we had originally anticipated. We'll tell you exactly.
It's hard to
how
judge from
far.
up here.
Yeah,
it's
we'll
hard
tell
to
you
judge.
exactly how far they have to go in just a second here.
3rd down and 4. I mean, they can
3rd down and 4, yeah.
They can hear the announcer at home. Zarelli under center, giving it to Trotter. It's 3rd time's a charm. It might be. He will get the first, lunging for it, but a birdie's flying, and they might be walking back. A holding called against the offense, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and much less manageable.
It's actually not too surprising that the first run play that they have that actually kind of works out successfully, they got to get a hold on it. I mean, I think it's a little bit of a testament to this offensive line and how much trouble they're having corralling that Gators D-line.
So after the holding, it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 14 on the Scots' own 16-yard line. I think we have to mention this matchup one more time. Lucas Robertson versus Alex Ford. You're going to see number 7 and number 12 near the bottom of your screen. They had a one-on-one matchup last time. Lucas Robertson was able to get the better of it. This throwing is definitely coming for it. They're going to give it now to Soto. Soto, Albert to center right out, taking him down. Birdie's flying again. He might have got a little too rough on that play.
That might be a costly penalty. They had Soto corralled behind the line of scrimmage, but that looks to me to be a personal foul for a face mask against number 66, a costly penalty. We talked last week about how disciplined the Gators were compared to the Kings Academy, and that was largely the reason they won that game. They were able to wait for the other team to make the mistakes and capitalize. The Gators are the side making the mistake there.
So after the unnecessary roughness against the Gators, it'll move them up 15 yards and an automatic 1st down for the Scots. Now 50 seconds remaining for the Scots to score in this 1st quarter. In the gun formation. They're going to hand it off to Trotter. No, he'll play action. Over to Soto. Soto, he'll receive a block. Whole swarm of blacks surround around him. It'll be finally taken down after an 7 to 8 yard gain.
So now 20 seconds left in this 1st quarter. I don't think they have to run another play, but it looks like they're gonna try and get one more in before this quarter break.
Zarelli dropping back to pass, looking for options. Jack Hansen going for him, has to throw it away. He'll get it out of bounds. But that Jack Hansen, what did I tell you? He's going after everybody, putting the heart in Sacred Heart. That will end the first. No, it actually won't end. It went out of bounds with 3 seconds left.
Yeah.
So we got one more play, excuse me. But still, I mean, gotta love Jack Hansen.
You have to. Such a high motor. Plays the game the right way for sure.
All right, now 3 seconds left in the 1st quarter. Zarelli and the Scots
We got threes all over the place. 3 seconds left. Third down, 3 to go.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Zarelli dropping back to pass. Hanson already going to him on the screen pass. Trotter, he's got it with a lot more room to run, and he'll slide down again. But not after a great gain of around 20 yards. And it'll bring up a new first down as we head into the second quarter. 14-7, your Gators lead. We'll be right back after. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Gator Nation Field, where your Sacred Heart Gators currently lead 14-7. As Brody Sorelli will start off, bit of a misnomer on the handoff, needing to get it away. Good job by Trotter to muster a couple of yards out of it, but only 1 or 2 from that one.
Yeah, we didn't really get a chance to talk about that last explosive play to end the quarter from the Scots. They tried to get after Zarelli. Zarelli is able to fall back, dump off a screen pass to his running back, and Trotter gets a big gain out of it. Maybe could have even had a little more if he hadn't slipped for the second time today. He's going to try and stay on his feet going forward.
So after the gain of around 1, in the gun formation, going to send Soto in motion. They're going to fake it to Soto, looking for options, has to get it off. To Soto, immediately taken down. Cooper Caros. No, excuse me, number 12.
Teddy Watson.
Teddy Watson hopping out on the tackle, hitting him immediately as he turned his head. Great job, Teddy. That was not Hunter. Welcome back to Gator Nation Field. We have a couple of updates around college football this Friday night. Number 8, Florida State being upset by Virginia in double overtime. 46-38. Great job by Virginia upsetting Florida State. And TCU currently leads Arizona State at halftime, 17-14. After the timeout, Zarelli, he's going to give it to Trotter. Trotter, he's got a lane, looking for some more. Finally taken down. Great open field tackle by number 3. Sasha Bomdad.
Outstanding open field tackle by number 3, Sasha Bomdad in space. Lucas Trotter, he's got a full head of steam. Sasha Bomdad gets low. They do say the low man wins. And Sasha Bomdad got lower, and that's why I won.
And timeouts called by the official before a play can get off. And this was a video from our Gator Game Day that we could not show because of a little bit of technical difficulties. All good. So, John Barnes, here's my $100. And here is Jim Harbaugh.
Hello, I'm Coach Jim Harbaugh, head football coach of the Los Angeles Chargers. Coach Hansen has asked me to be guest picker for tonight's game, and I have a few predictions. First, the Gators will attack with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. They will run over Carlmont. They will have a great and glorious victory. Play as hard as you can, as fast as you can, as long as you can. And my final prediction, the Gators will rep the prep.
Thank you so much, Coach Harbaugh. Thank you so much for sending us that video. We got one more special guest, and after that play, Kaisi Trotter on a good run for just around 2 yards.
I don't know about a good run.
Okay,
It was a
I
pretty
was being generous.
mid
I was
run.
being.
Not much space for him to work with, though, with all those bodies packed in there.
What if we're all just nice to each other, you know? Just
Yeah. That run didn't deserve it.
Zarelli now alone in the backfield. Twins out to both his left and right. Dropping back to pass. Facing pressure. Has to throw it away. Gets it to Dylan Sorensen. Taken down. Good job. Atalaya Tau. Getting immediate pressure on Sorensen when he got the ball. So after that gain of 7, it brings up a 3rd down and 1 on the Gators' 28-yard line. Zarelli, they liked him in the backfield alone last time. They're going to do it 2 times in a row. Twins out left and right. Zarelli dropping back to pass. He's going to try and keep it himself. Gets a juke, has a little bit more room, but taken down. Sasha Bomdad coming on in. Watch out, Brody Zarelli. Someone's coming for the number 3.
Yeah, 3-on-3 crime there. Both players wearing number 3. Sasha Bomdad definitely gets the best of Brody Zarelli, but quarterback can't be too mad about that here in the first down. So
After Sasha Bomdad bring the boom, brings up a big 1st down for the Carlmont Scots. Gonna look for Trotter in the backfield. They're gonna hand it off. No, they're gonna pitch it back. A lot of play action. I can't even describe what's going on. Have to throw it away. Welcome to the party, Teddy Watson. Taking him down. Kaisi Trotter. No purpose of trying to get anywhere. Teddy Watson coming in with a boom.
yeah, Teddy Watson had him on the floor before Trotter even had a chance to look up. Great job by Teddy Watson closing on the football. Good form tackle. Gets under, takes him down.
So after the loss of yards on the throw, it brings up a 2nd down and 14. They like that Soto Robertson twinning together. They're going to be out on the left as Zarelli. And a timeout called by the Scots. So they will call their 3rd and final timeout, and we will be right back. Play action. Zarelli has to get it off, facing pressure. Immediately taken down. Teddy Watson. Keep saying his name all night. Keeping bringing the boom.
Yet another great closeout on the ball by Teddy Watson and brings him down behind the line of scrimmage yet again. 2 negative plays in a row for Brody Zarelli. And on both plays, that offensive line has completely broken down. It's just like telling the defensive line, please, please come sack my quarterback. Zarelli doing whatever he can to get out. But both times, he's avoided the sack, but been relatively unsuccessful in pushing the ball downfield.
Zarelli alone in the backfield. Gun formation. Twins out right and left. He's going to has to get it off quickly. Gets it to Robertson. Immediately taken down. Great job, Atalaya Tao and Alex Ford to limit the gains. After a gain of around 4 or so.
Yeah, maybe 6 or 7.
Brings up a 4th down around 11. Man, look at all these comments. Aseli Van Gupo, Chase Smith, Thomas Maldau. Big left all our class of 25. Twins out left for Zarelli. Gonna send Soto in motion. Zarelli dropping back to pass. Has to face the pressure immediately. Jack Hansen getting to him. Throws it off. I mean, someone has to call that intentional grounding, but Tabote Fan Gupo getting to the quarterback, making him throw it away. The entire pocket collapsing. And after the failed go for it attempt, Gators will take over it on their own 25-6 yard line. I'm really hungry right now. I'll be so real. Twins are right for Poliani, staying in the pro set. I don't think they've ever gone out of the pro set. Poliani, he's going to pitch it out to Karros now, trying to find a lane. And finally, it's taken down, but not after a good gain of around 8.
Yeah, solid game there, and you were going to take that on first down every single time. If you can get 5, 6, 7, 8 yards running the football on first down, you're super happy as a coach because that puts you in such a good position on second down. You can run it, convert the first down, gives you a chance to pass because you know on third down you're going to get another chance to get it past that first down marker pretty easily.
Poliani, he's going to hand it off to Nathan Fox. He's going to stay up after trying to be taken down, and he finally is thrown to the ground. Great tackle by David Baltazar. Good job to get up from the secondary and get to him, take him down. Coming out with a big third down for the Gators. They're going to hand it to Dolenko, trying to be pushing through. And I don't think the tush push variation's going to work. Gained only around about a yard when they needed double that.
Yeah, and looks like the ref is going to call a first down. I'm not sure about that spot, but can't complain about it.
I agree. Very generous spot. Good job by Hunter Dolenko, stepping up when you need him to. As Gators come out with their new set of downs, you got to look down to the bottom, number 23, Simon Shapiro versus Charlie Ford on the bottom part of your screen. Going to be a little bit hard to see. but definitely one matchup to look out for tonight. Poliani dropping back to pass. Has to get off quick. He will. Nathan Fox with a good catch through the contact. No, excuse me. Not Nathan Fox on the catch. Number 24, David Sala, who just committed to Bucknell. So big congratulations for David for lacrosse. Excellent lacrosse player. I've played with him before. Great lacrosse player. Definitely deserves it.
3-star lacrosse player. And, man, I got to say, I'm going through the college process now. It's got to be nice to get that commitment out early.
Oh, so nice.
First semester of your junior year and be set in that. So congratulations to him.
I was going to say, he has more college offers than I do right now. Oh, well, can't win them all, right? Regardless, Nico Poliani coming after the 3-yard gain to Sala. And whistles being blown.
Yeah, one of the things that's pretty interesting, Carlmont already used all 3 of their timeouts. It's definitely interesting timeout management. I'm not sure if you want to expend all those so early, but it just means they're not going to have time to call a timeout and get set before any of these big defensive stands that are going to come in the rest of this first quarter. And it's going to be really challenging to march on the field if they do get the ball back because they can't stop the clock without an incompletion or getting out of bounds.
So after a delay game, it's going to bring up a second down and around 12. And the entire Gator defense looks to be scrambling just a little bit. They have already had 2 delay games. They're going to hand it. Nathan Fox, does he have a little bit of move? No, met immediately. Big takedown. Good job by the Carlmont offensive line. Xander Navarrete getting to him with a big hit.
Yeah, and great play by number 7 there just to stall him up until the cavalry was able to come in. That's an outstanding play to get low and make him wait for just a few seconds and then gave a chance for his big defensive lineman to come in and lay the boom.
So after the gain of 2, it brings up a 3rd down and 10. Gators have wanted to capitalize before the half. They're going to have to do it now. Poliani dropping back to pass. Delivers a rocket. Gets it right to Charlie Ford, but he will walk out of bounds after a 7-yard gain. It was a good pass regardless, but it's not good enough for a first down, and it brings up a 3rd down and around 4.
4th down and around 4.
Sorry, 4th
actually.
down and around 4. Thank you, Ryan. It's been a night.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see if they decide to punt it or go for it because it's manageable. It's 5 yards, but I would be surprised if they try and go for it. And, yeah, it looks like they're going to try out the punt team. Makes sense. Up 7 points. Just a minute 30 left. We talked about Carlmont not having any timeouts. It's definitely going to be hard for them to get down the field. So, yeah, they're just going to punt it away and hopefully head into halftime with a 7-point lead. Do got to be careful, though. Dangerous return man Austin Soto back there.
A good roll. Soto will pick it up off the ground. Bobbles it a little bit. Has to get a runoff. And finally taken down. Can't push through a whole lot. And it will give them not great field position. Pretty average field position.
Pretty average, but with a minute 24 left, I'd be surprised if they try and push the ball downfield. You know, me personally, having 0 timeouts, if I were them, I'd just run it out. Hopefully you could break a long run. Obviously not very likely, but I'd like to just take it into halftime. They do get the ball after halftime. So maybe just going down 7, talk it over, and get ready to come back out and put together a good drive to tie it up right after half.
That is fair, but as you mentioned, they do have the kick coming back into the second half. So you could go into the half with momentum and then capitalize off it to begin the second half.
We will see. Just with their offensive line struggles, it's definitely going to be tough for them to put the ball in the air and move it downfield.
They're going to hand off to Trotter. Trotter trying to push on through. Getting around 3 or 4 yards. Can't pick up a whole lot on that first one. The clock's going to have to run.
Yeah, Carlmont doesn't seem to be in any rush getting up to the line of scrimmage.
And because of that, Mark Greaves going to start
injured player on the field, yeah.
We did not see him. and see our Mark Grebe cam during this timeout. I mean, what else is there to mention about Coach Mark Grebe? I mean, definitely nearly the longest tenure at the helm of the Gators ship. Excellent chemistry teacher. Did that last part make sense? Longest tenure at the helm of the Gator ship. Was that a little confusing?
Not really. Which Gator ship are you referring to? The
Boys
Gator football
The
team,
boys football.
the school in general. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, I should have been more specific. We'll be okay. It's been a night, dude. I'm tired. I'm also really hungry, dude. I had to do. Did we even show the field goal competition? I do the field goal competition. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's really hard when Mr. Jensen's not here. We love you, Mr. Jensen. We hope you're watching right now. We hope everything in Arizona is going well right now. And we're there. We're there for you, my boy. Don't go around anywhere for halftime. We're going to have Pulse. I think a silent Pulse because copyright issues.
Fortunately, we're not going to be able to get that music to you, but who really cares about the music anyway?
Play your own music at home.
Yeah, exactly.
They can probably dance along to it, yeah. And this player is still down for Carlmont. We don't have a number for you right now. So we're going to step away just for a moment. We'll be right back. And look at that beautiful skyline here at 150 Valparaiso Avenue. The injured player is having to be hauled off right now. We hope that he is okay. We cannot get a name. We could not see his number, but we will be sure to let you know as soon as possible his condition. So now after the injured player, Zarelli, he'll have the ball. Trying to get it out. Gets it to Soto. Soto looking for some room. Finally taken down after a gain of just around 3. Actually, no, gain of around nearly nothing. Zarelli had to throw it for nearly 0 yards. Zarelli faced a lot of pressure on that one.
Yeah, no, 25 seconds left in halftime. Or sorry, not in halftime. 25 seconds left in this half. And Zarelli just conversing with his coach. Now down to 10 seconds. They're going to walk off the field. And we are going to go into halftime. 14-7 Gators.
So that will end our presentation of the first half of football. Don't go anywhere because I think we got soundless Pulse. So play your own music, do your own dances with Pulse. It'll be great. We're going to show Pulse. We just can't show the music because of copyright issues. Thank you, Monty. Thank you, Pulse. We'll be showing it in just a second.
This game is going to end.
Well, me personally, it's been actually a relatively close game, I think. But I think there's just something about these Gators that makes me so confident they're going to win tonight. And as my grandfather used to say, actions speak louder than words. So there's only one way I can express who I truly think is going to win tonight. So Ryan, please give me a moment. I'll be right back. Never seen a Sacred Heart team I have been so confident in. Do you believe in greatness? Well, my friend, look out on that field. You will see greatness. They have so much going for them, this team. They got Jack Hansen with the heart, Sasha Baumgart with the speed, Nico Polioni with the composure. These Sacred Heart Gators are some of the greatest football players you will ever see attend this school. I can't express to you how incredibly confident I am they're going to come out with a win tonight. And so when I make my pick, I need to express my enthusiasm the same way they express their enthusiasm on the field. I have never been so confident in an SHP football team like I am in these people. My brother played for Sacred Heart, and he played with one motto in mind from the legendary great late Coach Fab. Above all else, above all glory, the team, the team, the team. And my friends, I guarantee you beyond without a shadow of a doubt, that these they're playing for the team. My pick, ladies and gentlemen, is the one, the only, the Sacred Heart Gators. All right, we gotta go back to the desk. Let's go.
And CBD is nowhere to be
Thank you so much for that, CBD. Oh, wow, you're back already.
We're that fast.
Wow. Well, thank you for your prediction. That was a little bit more dramatic than I had anticipated.
Who do you think's gonna win, Ryan?
Well, you know, I think with the way the game has been going, Gators have kind of been in control the whole time. You know, Carlmont started pretty well on their first drive. They got the ball moving in the air, but since then they've had a lot of trouble dealing with the Gators' pressure. Brody Zarelli has been backing up all game, and it's just hard to move the ball when that's happening. And so, honestly, for me, I think Gators are going to continue to hold on. They're going to keep running the football, and that's going to help run down this clock. And, you know, they've been running it well, so they can score that way too. And so if I had to guess, I'm guessing this game ends 28-14 Gators.
I understand what you're talking about, Ryan. Brody Zarelli, he's actually been doing a great job considering the fluidity of the line right now. And he's been able to get that separation that he needs to order to set his feet and get a good throw-off. We had a great one to Lucas Robertson on top of the head of Alex Ford back in the first quarter that was able to save them a drive on a 4th down and long, which led to a touchdown and making the score be in half right now. And this is how I think the rest of the game is going to go. Brody Zarelli's going to have to keep backing up, but he can really only do that for so long. And I think that Brody's going to have to be able to keep getting back and getting that separation. But you have to remember, Jack Hansen and Timote Fangupo and so many other great defensive linemen for the Gators are going to be able to get to him eventually.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and offensive line, it's a tiring position. I mean, they're probably taking their rest at halftime. But we will see if they're going to – and they haven't even played well in this first half, but we'll be able to see if they're going to be able to keep up that level of play throughout the rest of this game.
100%, Ryan. Thank you all so much for joining us right now. We will be right back on Gator Nation Field for SHP TV's presentation of Boys Varsity Football, brought to you by Bob's Country Corner. Yeah. Here on this Under the Lights matchup between the Carlmont Scots, who are visiting the Swamp and taking on your SHP Gators. Currently, the Scots are receiving the ball and getting ready for this second half of football, where the Gators currently lead 14-7. Ryan, going into the second half, what is your keys for the game?
Yeah, key to victory for the Gators is just keep pounding the rock. You know, offensive line has been really solid today so far. Gators are running the ball well, and I think through that, you know, they can take some of the air out of the football, keep it out of Zarelli and Soto's hands, and then also, yeah, you know, just move down the field and score some points. And then for the Scots, it's got to be protecting Brady Zarelli. You know, he hasn't had time in the pocket all day, and he's so talented. You have to give him that time and space to step up there and deliver some good throws, which we know he can do. So Carlmont offensive line keeping the pocket clean, and then Carlmont defense being able to stop the run, which we know the Gators are going to work so hard to get going.
Brody Zarelli 100%. He can get a ball off, especially when that pocket's collapsing. I mean, he's got two great weapons to the side of him, in Soto and Robertson. Trotter in the backfield with them. They're going to send Soto in motion. Dropping back to pass. Zarelli looking for options. Pocket collapsing. Escapes out to his left. Throws it. Caught. Brought in by Trotter. Has a little bit of room to run. Taken down finally, but not after a gain of nearly 20 yards and a new first down for the Scots.
Yeah, number 8, Trotter, the running back, slipping out of the backfield. He was left wide open over the middle. I don't know if one of those linebackers missed their assignments or something, but he was able to find a lot of space. And when you're that open, you know, Zarelli, it's basically playing pitch and catch.
And although a great play from Brody Zarelli on the improvisation, it will back him up another 10 yards on a holding call. And it will go back to being first down and now 20. So it's going to back them up down to their own 10-yard line. And they're going to have to do a lot to get out of this hole that they're in. They got to see Timote Fangupo and Jack Hansen on the edges. These two players are going to be running after Zarelli tonight. They are going to be gunning for him, and they're going to try and collapse that pocket, give as much pressure to him as they possibly can. Zarelli will get the ball. Play action. Going to have to get it off. Gets it to Soto. Soto looking for a lane. He might have the edge. Nathan Fox forces him out of bounds, but not after a 21-yard gain, which is good enough for a new first down.
Yeah, so after that holding call, Zarelli and the Scots in a very unfavorable field position, but Zarelli's like, nah, I'm going to do it myself, steps up. Great ball, in stride, wide receiver able to get a little extra and convert for that first down.
Snap to the good 21-yard gain from the Scots. It'll bring up a new set of downs for him. Soto in motion. They're going to hand it off to Trotter. Trotter looking for some options. Finds a bit of a lane. Has some room to run. Sasha Bomdon trying to bring him down, and he will. But not after a 15-yard gain. And that's 2 plays in a row. That'll get the Scots a new first down. Trotter now with the ball. Nathan Fox coming on in, hunting his prey down, eating them for lunch. Good job, Nathan. And now we have another production from the one, the only, that's Stanford Steve all the way from Penn State.
What's up, guys? Stanford Steve here, College Game Day, Penn State, Oregon, Saturday night. But I'm here to give a pick for the Gators versus the Mocs. Who the hell are the Mocs? Gators by 100. Get the ball to Max and Sasha on the edge. We'll be fine. Gators roll. Have a great one.
Thank you so much, Stanford Steve, using some fiery words, saying Gators by 100. And it currently looks like now Scots are trying to tie it up. Trotter trying to get a run. Is able to break another tackle. Breaks one more. Has a little bit of room to his right. Trying to go down the edge. Good tackle. Charlie Ford coming on in. Hitting his ankles hard, but it's good enough for a new first down.
Yeah, big hit by Charlie Ford. Trotter is definitely going to feel that one in the morning. But he probably doesn't care. That's a great gain. Totally flips the field for the Scots.
College football tomorrow. Oregon versus Penn State, as Stanford Steve just mentioned. Who do you think's going to win that game?
You know, I got to go with Oregon. I think Penn State, they're talented for sure, but they're never going to win with James Franklin at the helm. I'm sorry.
Well, it is whiteout tomorrow night in Happy Valley, which, I mean, boy, if there's an environment I want to experience, it's definitely got to be that one.
It is, and Oregon does have a young quarterback, you know, Dante
Moore. I hate
Moore.
Dante Moore. Sorry.
Really?
Well, he transferred out of UCLA.
Yeah, I get that.
I mean, the thing is,
can you blame him? Can you blame him, though?
You
I'm
can't.
Sorry, you can't
really
blame him.
just can't. It was really Chip Kelly's. Oh, boy, here we go. You want to get into it? I'll get into it. Chip Kelly lost Dante Moore. And Dante Moore wasn't a perfect freshman quarterback, but he was a true freshman quarterback. He wasn't perfect. He didn't have total composure in the pocket, but he was a true freshman. Now he's delivering dimes at Oregon,
yeah,
and all I can do is, shake my fist at the screen and just question what could have been. Similar situation with the Ball kids. We could have had what's his name, LaMelo Ball, but we didn't. And
I'm
it's just
be honest,
like
I think you guys have bigger things to worry about than just your quarterback situation.
Oh, we got a lot of things to worry. We got to find a head coach first. Tim Skipper.
You do.
Boy,
you
I'm
do.
sorry, dude, but I think we have to find someone to replace you. I have honestly a lot of faith in you. And hey, if Deshaun Foster, if you're watching, which you're probably not, know that I still love you and respect you as a football player and a UCLA fan. You were just not the man for the job to coach UCLA. You tried your best, you couldn't get it done, and I still love you. Unlike some other previous head coaches that rhymes with Pip Kelly. But anyway, back to the field.
Pip Ellie.
Zarelli rolling out to his left, trying to escape, biting at the ankles. He'll miss. Good takedown for a tackle for a loss. Number 7, Alex Ford coming on in. Looking out for Zarelli.
Yeah, after that hit, there was a resounding ah, or an ooh, maybe an ah from the crowd. After that hit, they went for the ankles, and he went head over heels.
Look at those beautiful graphics.
Oh, wow.
Look at those beautiful graphics. Alex Ford, he forced a crucial fumble last week, which got him Get Sports Focus Defensive Back of the Week. So big shout out to Alex. Congratulations to him. He had an excellent game against Jaden Flores. If we mentioned multiple times this stream, if Jaden's watching, we hope the best for your future. But Alex Ford really had you last time.
Yeah, deep bow, defensive back of the week. And, I think for the most part he's carried this form into this week. He gave up that one big play early in the game that wasn't even really his fault. Just a good play by the defense, not much better, just a better play by the offense. And the other thing, we haven't said his name much, and as a cornerback, that's what you want. You don't want the commentator to be saying your name, and we haven't had to, so ups to him.
Yes, great job for Alex Ford. After the failed screen pass, Atalaya Tau coming on in with a big hit as the birdie started flying. It's going to go against the – no, I believe it's going to be offsetting penalties, actually. And Gangplay's just going to continue to run. Brings up a 3rd down and 11 on the Gators' 38-yard line. 8:30 left on the clock for the Scots to come down and try and tie this game up in the 3rd quarter. Zarelli dropping back to pass, facing pressure. Gets that to the screen pass to Trotter. Trotter, he's got a lane to run. Finds a little bit of movement, going at the ankles, taken down finally, just before the 1st down. Bring up a 4th down in round 1. Good job by the defense to hop on that. Great improvisation. Second time I messed up that word. Improvisation by Brody Zarelli.
Yeah, that's probably going to be 1 or fewer yards to go here, and definitely gives us
a reason to go to Bob's Country Corner, our greatest ad of all time.
Exactly.
We got some motion on the roof.
Should have known that was coming.
Yeah, of course. Sorry to interrupt your ride, but I mean, it's worth it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Sorry, it just keeps getting better every time I watch it. And I mean, oh my goodness. I had a sandwich earlier today. We'll go through my order. I mean, should we go through my? No, we'll go through my order later. There's not enough time.
Yeah, and unfortunately they're closed, or else we would show you the live sandwich cam that they've got streaming to us literally every single hour of the day when they're open, of course.
It's really interesting because they always happen to be making the same exact order every single time. Carlmont will call their first time out of the half, and we will step away just for a moment. Welcome back to Gator Nation Field here at 150 Valparaiso Avenue, where we got a big 4th down coming up, or 4th down in round 2 for the Carlmont Scots, looking to try and tie this game up as I currently set a touchdown behind. Zarelli under center. He's going to hand it off to Trotter. No, he'll hand it off. No, a lot of play action. Rolling out to his right, facing the pressure. Has to throw it away and down. And a turnover on downs. Great job by Timothy Fangupo with the quarterback hurry.
Yeah, I really just don't know about that play call there. Carlmont's offensive line has been struggling all day, and they decided on 4th and 3 in plus field position to go a long developing double play action screen pass or something, and just blown up with little effort.
Now, one might think it could have been an option play, and Zarelli chose to keep it himself, but we might have seen that play before, and it looks like it's a drawn-up play-action play on some sort of flea flicker or reverse. And I 100% agree with you. The line has not been there tonight to run that play twice. Boglione now under center. Bondad in motion. They're going to hand it off to Karros. Karros immediately met at the line, taken down by the Carlmont defensive line. Good job by number 68, Carson Johnson. Correction, Jamison Loran. All right, Segadara coming out after the gain of 1. Nearly 6 on the line for Carlmont now. They're going to hand it to Delinko. He'll break just a bit of a tackle, but taken down by the ankles. It'll bring up a 3rd down in round 5. Oh, no, they're playing. Welcome back to Gator Nation Field after the injury timeout for the Carlmont Scots. Dante Navarra, the one being sent down after a grid tackle he made on the last play. Burlingame currently leads Hillsdale 14-17 in the 3rd quarter. Gonzaga beat Malvern Prep 31-24 for all those lacrosse guys out there who know those guys on the west side of California.
big football update. Don Bosco Prep, ranked number 98 in the country, beating number 14 ranked Bergen Catholic. 14-9, if any of you have any connection to either of those schools or care about high school football at all.
LaSalle, I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, that's not where my cousin goes. She goes to a different LaSalle. So now after the injured player coming on out, the Gators offense getting ready to try and extend their lead with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Polioni under center. Dropping back to pass and rolling out to his right. Pump fakes, looking for options. Has to get it off soon. Birdie thrown, but he's have to throw it way out of bounds. Target intended was Nathan Fox. And it might look like it's coming back after a holding call.
Yeah, I would not be shocked based on how that play broke down. Yeah, it's going to be a holding.
Yeah, and that's just unfortunate, really. Nico had to roll out to his right on that one. I think a bootleg was drawn up for him, and I think that edge man was just able to get around the line. And in that scenario, it's almost nearly impossible not to hold.
It's either you hold or you let your quarterback get laid out. And as an offensive lineman, your quarterback's your best friend. Never want to see him get put on the ground.
And in Ryder Cup news, Europe currently leads 5.5 to 2.5 out in Farmingdale, New York. Definitely not what the U.S. wants right now. Now the fans rushed the field in Virginia tonight when they were able to beat number 8 ranked Florida State. Always good to see the Cavaliers be good at football.
Yeah, not surprising. It's their 6th ranked win over an AP top 10 opponent all time. And, you know, nowadays they've been trying to crack down on it. It's just dangerous for the players, for the fans, for everyone to rush the field. But they don't care. And now Austin Soto returning.
Soto turning around,
Going
trying
back.
to escape. He might have a lane. Going for the ankles. He'll bite him. Taking him down. Big tackle by number 10, J.P. Durrett. Backup quarterback for the Gators. Picked him up and thrown him down, WWE style. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. And another flag. Jeez, dude, high school, I swear, every game that we call has like 1 million flags. I mean, this game's actually been pretty good. It's only had like 1,000. But like still like, oh, geez, that SHC game, that was rough, dude. That was rough.
So now Scott's offense trotting back out there. Gator student section chock full of fans.
TCU currently leads Arizona State 24-17 early in the fourth quarter. And Houston currently trails Oregon State 3-14 late in the second.
Yeah, in case you didn't know, it's homecoming week here at Sacred Heart Prep. And drawing a big crowd for the only under the lights game of this football season. And I had a question for you, actually. Do you have any idea the origins of homecoming, what it means? Why
why
it's
the
a
real
thing?
origins? Oh, I have no idea. That's a great question, actually. I think it probably just has to do a lot with tradition. I think it's a big part here at Sacred Heart, but I don't think we've done homecoming a lot in the past.
Yeah,
but you
no,
know,
we
tradition
definitely
is a big part here at Sacred Heart. Got the senior steps, the senior patio, the senior lawn, technically. You do have a lot of tradition here at Sacred Heart. It's just we've never been a big homecoming school, just traditionally. But homecoming, I'm getting reports that it did originate in the early 20th century in American colleges and universities as a way to bring alumni back to campuses for an annual football game and other festivities, fostering school spirit and community pride. That's exactly what Beckett Jones told me. Great shout out to our switchboard manager right now, Beckett Jones. He said that to me word for word. Thought it was on his own, I bet. But that's where homecoming comes from, and I think it's just a lot of tradition. I think we got a lot of great tradition here at Sacred Heart.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Do you have a homecoming date, Ryan, or no?
For water polo? Nah.
No, I said a homecoming date.
Oh, a homecoming date. Unfortunately, no.
Carlmont
yourself?
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh, you don't want to say it like that.
Zarelli now. He's going to have the Trotter immediately met. No, Zarelli keeps it himself. Nearing the first. Did he get it? And he will just step out right before a 9-yard rush for Brody Zarelli. They are good at that fake. They've gotten me twice now, making me look silly out here. And you look at this player comparison between Nico Polioni and Brody Zarelli. Now, Brody has clearly a lot more attempts, but they're throwing out a relatively similar completion percentage. And Brody has a lot more touchdowns. Again, probably just because of the volume.
Yeah, exactly. One of the things that's definitely impressive, though, only 2 interceptions for Brody Zarelli this year. Got a very solid 7-2 touchdown to interception ratio, and only having 2 interceptions on that volume is it's definitely impressive and shows he knows how to take care of the football.
Jason Moran coming on in with a big hit, taking out Trotter for a loss. Zarelli now in the backfield with Trotter. He's going to hand it off to Trotter. Trotter looking for some options. Trying to take down. Jason Moran, second tackle in a row for the young man. Good friend on the Hawaii trip with him. It was pretty cool on that trip. That was fun. Have you gone on a SHP immersion, Ryan, or no? No.
I have not. It's just been too tough.
It's hard. Dude, you play water polo, dude. That's a full-time job at this point.
We grind year-round, so fortunately has not been ample time to get out there. But I definitely like to.
Zarelli now with a 2nd down and 9. Dropping back to pass, looking for options. Timote Fangupo chasing him out, has to get it away. Thrown, Sorensen, no one around him, falling and catching. Great play by Brody Zarelli to get out the pocket and get it to Dylan Sorensen, wide open for a 1st down. Now, what started out as a shootout between these teams, the first 3 drives all resulted in touchdown. There has not been one since as we near the end of the third.
Yeah, hasn't been a score since the first quarter, so I guess I was wrong with my prediction of it being a shootout.
Yeah, definitely. I think defensive games are a little bit more boring to call. I like touchdowns. I'm a fan of the over at the end of the day. Can I make that reference? I'm a fan of more touchdowns at the end of the day. Zarelli's going to have to get off on the screen pass to Soto. Soto's able to break some ankles. Has a lane. Has some more room. Great takedown by Cooper Karros to stop anything getting past him. But he nearly had a touchdown at the end of the day.
Yeah, Cooper Karros just able to save a touchdown. But I think there were some extracurriculars from Karros at the end of the play. And I wouldn't be shocked to see this ball move 15 yards forward.
Staying disciplined, that was one of the keys that we mentioned on the panel today. It's so easy to get caught up in the emotions, especially in these close games, but you have to keep a cool head. You got to be ice cold like Nathan Fox. You can't be sizzling. You have to keep composure, and it's going to go against the Gators as we predicted. Welcome back to Gator Nation Field here in Atherton, California, where after some extracurriculars, it's going to bring up a 1st down and 10 for the Carlmont Scots. Zarelli under center. He's going to give it to Trotter, trying to go down the middle, trying to find a lane. Spin move.
Actually a nice play to make something out of nothing there. Not a lot of push from the offensive line, but a little shiftiness from Trotter and a spin move in there to get around 6 or 7 yards.
As you said, making nothing into something like Heinz Mayonnaise. And he's able to pick up a pretty good yard of around, yeah, I'd say 7 yards.
8 to be exact.
8 to be exact. And flags being thrown. Jeez, I mean, dude. I'm sorry, there's just so many flags. And I get it, it's high school football, but like, I don't know. I'm not a ref, I can't comment, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, false start. You know, you're gonna have him. That's more reasonable than some of the unnecessary roughness, personal foul, all
At
that
least it's
type
objective.
stuff.
It's objective.
Yeah, definitely objective.
So now after the 5-yard penalty, it'll bring up a 2nd down and 7. Zarelli under center, twins out to his left. Gonna hand it to Trotter in the backfield, trying to look for some options. Has a little bit of room to run, but taken down in the pile. And I wish I could tell you who tackled him, but it looks like nearly every player is in that dog pile right there. Bringing
another great run. I mean, Kenish got through, got into the backfield. Trotter just able to slip away from him and get into that pile. And, you know, when you're in there with your offensive lineman, they can give you some space, and he was able to push it forward for a few extra yards.
Carlmont, they haven't pulled out their kicker any time today. But as we were seeing during halftime, their punter, who I assume is both their kicker as well, does have quite a bit of a leg.
He does have a leg, that is for sure.
Zarelli alone in the backfield now. Twins out right and left. Dropping back to pass, looking for options. Gets it out to Sorensen. Immediately taken down. Teddy Watson on the play. He took a second to get up, but it looks like he'll be okay, and it was good enough for a Scots first down.
It looked like a bit of a hospital ball there from Zarelli, but great job by the wide receiver to bring it in and then protect himself from Teddy Watson's hit.
I agree, Sorensen through the contact. Sorensen was able to catch it through the contact. There was a lot of it from Teddy Watson. We said his name a lot tonight. Nearly not as much as we said in the past couple of weeks, but always great to see a good senior out there. Zarelli, he's going to be alone in the backfield one more time. Dropping back to pass, looking for options. Has to get it off quickly. Gets it to Soto, immediately taken down. Stayed up just a little bit longer, but fought for as many yards as possible. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 9, but on the Gators, nearly 3-yard line. Zarelli alone in the backfield. Low snap, has to get it off. Going for the corner. Robertson nearly there, incomplete. Great defense by Alex Ford, getting in his face, causing the incompletion.
Yeah, great play by Brody Zarelli. A nice back shoulder ball to give his receiver a chance. But an even better job by Alex Ford, getting his hands right in between Robinson's numbers. No way to bring that ball in.
Now that's a matchup that we mentioned earlier tonight, and we haven't talked about it a whole lot during the game, which is probably what Alex Ford wants, as you were mentioning earlier.
Exactly. Never want to hear your name said by the commentators as a defensive back, and unless it's for a good thing, like we've been chatting about.
Zarelli alone in the backfield again. 3rd down and 2. Looking for options. Pass the pump fake. Rolling out to his left, throwing to the back corner. Robertson alone. Touchdown, Scots.
Yeah, so tough in that scramble drill when the quarterback leaks out of the pocket. You know, as a defensive back, you have to make a decision whether you're going to stay with your man, or chase down the quarterback, and it's so hard when you have your eyes on the quarterback that those wide receivers can move behind you, and it looks like that's what happened there. Robinson able to just sneak away into the back corner, ends up wide open. Good pitch and catch.
After the point, after touchdown, snap good, hold good, kick up, away, and good. And Zarelli, he's made himself a running threat tonight. He's been able to take out some big chunks of yardage with his legs. So it's not even a bad play by the secondary to question whether he's going to use his legs and try and sneak into the end zone. And so you step up that little, Robertson uses that space in the back, and he's able to capitalize off it.
Yeah, he did score that first touchdown on the ground, obviously. So he's proven to be a bit of a threat with his legs. Obviously not as much as with his arms, but you have to respect him. And, you know, great play to when the pocket collapsed. He found some space, able to leak out, force the defense to commit, and delivers a good ball right to his receiver.
So now it is 14 Gators, 14 Scots with 14 seconds left in the third period. We'll be right back after this for the next kickoff. Welcome back to Gator Nation Field here in Atherton, California, where we got a team all tied up after a great Lucas Robertson touchdown. Scott's getting ready to kick it away with Ford and Fox ready to run it back. As a low-driven kick, Cooper Karras will haul that one in. Try to find an edge and throw him down immediately. And a flag on the play. It looked to be a little bit unnecessary of the roughness. Can't be doing that.
It's actually not Cooper Karras. It's number 21.
I know, I saw that too. I thought it was Cooper.
Yeah, likewise. Not number 2, number 21. I'm not going to pretend I know who that is.
It was a lot with game day today. We didn't have time to print out every bit of the roster, so we'll be okay. Because we are talking about number 21. Number 21, who is probably a dear friend of ours. No, who is a dear friend of ours.
Definitely.
Number 21, Colin Beam. Great work, Colin. Colin Beam, a great friend of ours. Really funny dude. Currently a junior. Some say he's 5'9", 145.
Good
I'd say
kid
he's more.
for sure.
And that penalty's going to go against the Gators. So now Polioni under center, bombs out in motion. They're going to give it to bombed out in the motion. Looking for a gap, trying to get the end around on the jet sweep. And taken down after a gain of just around 5. And another flag. Are you serious, dude? Sorry, it's been a long day. I'm getting a little bit grouchy. Just like all these flags, man, I'm telling you.
I would not be surprised at all if it's a holding, but we'll tell you what it is shortly. But we are for sure going to be going into the fourth quarter now. Third quarter just came to a conclusion. Never mind, that's going to be a personal foul for a face mask.
So as the fourth quarter ends, we are going to step away for just a moment. Welcome back to Gator Nation Field for the beginning of the fourth quarter where we are tied at 14. Nico Poliani with the ball, dropping back to pass. Pump fakes, delivers one deep, go to Bomdod, caught! Wide open spaces to the end zone! Touchdown, Gators! Is there a player more auriful than Sasha Bomdod? First play of the fourth quarter, going for it. Oh my goodness, do you see that?
More auriful. That's not a word I've heard before, auriful, but I like it. I like it. One might even say he's lurid, which means glowing through haze or sensational.
Wow. That AP-Lit vocab really just makes it different.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Bonnell, he's getting us right with that.
He is getting it right with that. And what a great play from Sasha Bomdod on that one. Able to get that immediate separation. I mean, it looked like people didn't even see him run by.
Yeah, Gators strike ASAP at the start of this fourth quarter, wasting no time getting back on top.
Nico's second touchdown of the day. Snap good, kick good. Where's Barron?
It's good. We got a great switchboarder. Great
And after the Sasha Bomdod touchdown, there is a lot of school spirit in this student section right now. Biggest one we've had all year by a mile. I can't imagine it's going to be beat this year in the 2 p.m. sizzling heat.
Yeah, exactly. It gets roasting out here in Atherton. I mean, maybe if we make a deep postseason run, we'll see crowds that rival it. But great to see everyone out here to support.
Good kick from Leo Fox. Hard line drive. Going out for a touchback. So the Carlmont Scots only down a touchdown. They've been in this position before, needing to come back and tie this game once more. 11:51 left in this game. What do you think they're going to need to make this game tied?
I mean, they've got talented options all over the field. Robinson, maybe 1 touchdown today, maybe 2 touchdowns. I don't know. I think just 1, but he did have that 1 play earlier that set up the first touchdown. So he's definitely talented. And then we've talked about Soto.
Yeah, that's it.
I couldn't remember his name for a second. I really should. But anyway, he's talented for sure as well. And then we've talked about the quarterback. So I think at this point in the game, like, you're going to need to take the ball to the air, and it's really going to be up to Zarelli to get the ball to his options out wide and move the ball down the field that way.
So after a 2-yard run from Casey Trotter, brings up a 2nd down and 8 for the Scots. Now they're going to, I agree with what you said. They're definitely needing to go back to that air raid offense. They got so many great options out wide, and Trotter has been majority stopped by the defensive line.
Indeed.
Zarelli in the play action, rolling out to his right, delivers, caught and brought in, looking for options to move. Finally taken down, out of bounds. Good play from Nathan Fox. Good catch by
Derek Anderson.
And delivers a 1st down for the Scots. The Gators, they've been letting up a lot of those big plays tonight. On the average play, they're able to mitigate the damage. But when they let up a big play, it is a big, big play, just like the one in that last one. Zarelli dropping back to pass, delivers a screen over to Robertson. Immediately taken down. Teddy Watson, get him there. Bring him down, mitigating the damage.
Yeah, Teddy Watson has been all over the place today. Really, really outstanding performance, stepping up in the absence of Aiden Kahn.
So for the 2nd down and 6, Zarelli will be alone in the backfield with twins out to his right and left. Zarelli looking for options. Has to get it off. Going deep. Fumbling ball. Gonna fall right in front of Soto, and a flag flies. I mean, there's no way they call that pass interference. Mark Grebe, it cannot believe what he's seeing. And total confusion.
Yeah, pressure got to Zarelli. Wobbling duck straight up in the air. Hard to see. Might have lost the football in the lights, which is something you have to deal with in these under the lights games.
Catch the sun, that's what they say. Catch the sun,
exactly.
catch the light.
But it is going to be a pass interference, and a costly pass interference. Mark Grebe, furious, and I think he has a right to be. You know, Soto was on the ground already.
And that was not a catchable ball.
Yeah,
Part of
not a
pass interference is
catchable ball at all.
catchable ball. I mean, that was nearly straight up and down. That was farthest thing from a spiral.
I agree. But, you know, the refs are going to call it how they're going to call it.
Now, Scott's heading out on the 1st down and 10. And a little bit of communication between Zarelli and Robertson. In the pistol formation, they're going to play action to Trotter. Looking for options. Has to litter. Over the head of Watson. Gets it. Down, fighting. Derek Anderson pushing for every yard he can get. And finally taken down.
I just want to say that's a beautiful, beautiful ball by Zarelli. He's got to layer it over that first defender, Teddy Watson, but keep it short enough so as to not sail in and give it to the safety. And he plays it perfectly right over the shoulder to his receiver, and that's what sets that play up. Such a nice throw for a high school quarterback.
100% is, and we were talking about Brody Zarelli. If he's able to be given time, he's going to be a threat tonight for Carlmont as they close in on the Gators' end zone. Alone in the backfield, Zarelli looking for options after the low snap. Has to get off. Going to the deep. Nearly picked off. Great defense by Cooper Caros. No, excuse me, Sasha Bomdod on the deflection intended for Lucas Robertson. No, excuse me, Austin Soto. It's really hard to see up here, sorry.
Sneaky Teddy Watson, bro. He's been all over the field today.
And a little bit of confusion, it looks like, in the backfield for Carlmont. Gonna send Trotter out in motion. Alone in the backfield now. Timote Vangupo trying to chase him down. Gets it to Trotter. Good job by Alex Ford to pick up Trotter on the short little out route for the Carlmont Scots, and it's only gonna pick up around 3 or 4 yards.
Around 4 or 1 yards. Kidding.
Stop it. We like to have fun. We like to have fun here at SHP TV, don't we?
When there's only 45 of you watching.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. We're really happy. We're really happy you're here.
Just reading the chat. Kurt Peterson, yes, it is indeed Charlie Van Dyke on the call.
Hi, Mr. Peterson. They're going to give it to Trotter in the backfield. He's got a bit of a lane to the end zone. Trying to escape the tackle. Breaks one, but finally taken down. Timote Fangupo tracking back to find his tackle. Excuse me, not Timote Fangupo. Aselli. No, not Aselli. I think Aselli's watching that. Sorry, Aselli. No, I was thinking Fangupo. No, Atalaya Tau. Atalaya Tau tracking down the tackle for him. Big shout out to Aselli, though. I think he's watching right now.
Unless Aselli came back for the homecoming game, you know.
If Aselli here, oh.
Get the alumni back.
If Aselli is here, we're bringing him up to the booth. And after the good catch from Trotter, it'll now bring up a first down and goal on the Gators' 8-yard line.
Yeah, I've actually been pretty impressed with Trotter recently. You know, we saw he struggled at the start of the game, but he's definitely found his stride for sure, both on the ground and in the air. He's been able to find some good space, and he's been a solid workhorse back for them.
So a timeout for Carlmont, their second of the half, their fifth of the game. They're using every bit of time that they got. So we're going to step away just for a moment. We will be back in just a moment. Welcome back to Gator Nation Field, here where the Carlmont Scots are in striking distance of tying this game up with 7:53 left in this ball game. Excuse me.
Excuse me, too.
Zarelli in the gun formation. Dropping back to pass, looking for options. Deliver across the middle. No one around him. Dylan Sorensen. Touchdown, Scots.
We have not at all today, I don't think. So maybe they were hiding him as their secret weapon.
I mean, Dylan Sorensen, yeah, we haven't said his name much, but, I mean, nearly no one was around him on that one.
Literally nobody was around him. Shocking.
Especially shocking considering the Gators' defensive performance last week, in which they were able to limit the Kings to only 19 points.
Indeed, indeed.
Snap good, kick good. Yes, it is good. I keep saying cook good rather than hold good. Oh, jeez, man, I'm tired.
Snap good, 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 good.
Snap good, we all good. Oh, that's it. I should say that. We all good. Whatever, we're fine. All right, all right. Here we go, we ready? We are back here at Gator Nation Field. Are we ready for some fourth quarter football with 7:45 remaining? Gators ready to run this kickback. Bomb dot in the back to receive. It's going to be another really low one and roll out of bounds. That should be a flag, no?
That should be a flag.
I know when I kick it out of bounds in Madden, it definitely is a flag.
Maybe, yeah. I'm under the impression that, actually, he might be right about it. It might need, no. It definitely does not need to be in the air. It should be a flag. It should come out to the 40-yard line if it were the NFL, but we're not in the NFL, so I have no idea.
Well, it's still not terrible field position to begin with. The ref does have the ball. And he's looking around for confirmation from the Black Caps.
It should be at the 40. In the NFL, it would be at the 40. Yep. You can see the Carlmont defense backing up.
Yep. Illegal kick.
Yeah.
They're going to move him up to, I think, the 40-yard line.
All right,
Oh, no, a re-kick. Okay, so that's definitely different. That is not what happens when I play Madden.
Not at all. I've never seen that before.
If I could re-kick, like you ever kick an onside kick out of bounds? If I could re-kick an onside, like that'd be so overpowered. I guess you could just decline the penalty, but still, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, it's been probably a couple minutes, and not a second has been taken off the clock. 7:46 still remaining in this ball game. So let's re-kick. Here we go. Scots and Gators.
Oh, they put in a different kicker. What do you know?
Oh, yeah, they did put in a different kicker. It's Dylan Sorensen now. I didn't know Dylan Sorensen had a leg. Well, does he have a leg? He does. He's got a high leg. It's going to fall right to Jason Moran. It's going to fall over his head. And immediately taken down. Mamma mia, that was a big hit. And when he was going down, I mean, you didn't have to hit him that hard. You knew he was going to do it.
Somebody came in like a missile and topping him like a bowling pin.
I mean, did they think he was going to, like, fake the knee?
The fake slide, Kenny Pickett
Oh, my
it.
goodness. I hate that play, dude. I mean, it's so cool, but, like,
It was crafty.
It was crafty. I mean, but, like, you understand, like, why they bend. It's such a hazard to the field, to, like, your franchise. Like, imagine if your franchise quarterback did that and then targeting to the head. I mean, oh, my goodness. He might. Yo, that'd be bad.
Kenny two gloves Pickett.
Is he still playing in the NFL, or is he?
Yeah.
Is he sitting in a backup position right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe.
Puglioni under center, bomb down in motion. They're going to hand it off to Delinko. Delinko, a good carry. Picks up around 4 yards. Now, as you can see, this matchup between Sasha Bomdod and Dylan Sorensen right here, and in the backfield, Hunter Delinko. Those are going to be your main options going into this next play. Puglioni dropping back to pass, gets out to Bomdod quickly, immediately being wrapped up the hole. Sia White coming in after him. Great job
Should be
by
good
number
for a
35,
first down, though,
by Maximiliano Navarrete.
Move the chains.
Good enough for a Gators first down. And it's a big first down right here, especially. Gators have to score on this next drive. Would you agree, Ryan, or no?
No, I would not agree.
No, oh, you disagree? I think they have to score, at least a field goal.
They don't have to score.
Well, it's high school football. It moves slower.
You definitely like to score.
Rolling out to his left, throws it deep, looking to bomb down, wide open, caught, being hauled in, and tripped up out of bounds, but not after, flipping the field on a nearly 40-yard gain. Sasha Bomdod coming in clutch as ever.
I think Sasha and Nico might have heard you, and we're like, yeah, we got to score here. Let's go.
Great play.
43 yards on that pitch and catch from Puglioni to Bomdod.
I mean, if there was a play that you ever wanted, it was that one right there, swinging the pendulum in your direction, giving your team the momentum and putting yourself in striking distance and giving yourself a great chance of taking this lead. Puglioni now under center. Bomdod in motion. He's going to give it to Bomdod on the jet sweep. Looking for options. Bomdod falling forward for a gain for round 3. Hey, we're up to 58 viewers. Let's go.
Wow. How many did we peak at last year?
I mean, total got above 1,000, but that's also
Wow.
not fair. We had Menlo. We were playing Menlo, and we sent it out to Menlo people. We don't really know any Carlmont people, so it's a little bit harder. So not playing on a level playing field. And, you know, when looking at an application, as colleges say, gotta look at the whole picture. You know, holistic application.
Holistic review for sure.
Getting ready now for the 2nd down and 7. You got to look at Nico Puglioni and his backfield. Hunter Delinko and Cooper Caros. No, excuse me, Jason Moran and Hunter Delinko. They're going to give it to Delinko. He's going to muscle his way through. Good gain of around 3 for Delinko. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4. Clock continues to burn. Less than 5:30 left in this ball game. Carlmont now. They're definitely going to need a stop if they want to stay in this game. You disagree still? You still think there's a lot? I just don't think time works like this in high school football. I think it's different. I think in college and high school, I think it's a little bit more college and the NFL, it's a little bit more manageable. But in high school, 5 minutes is not a whole lot.
I just have to put my mic in to disagree with you, because I do feel like they have the weapons on the offensive side of the ball to get down, and I do think that
Boglione.
Down, time moves differently when you're down.
Boglione just to the left of David Sala near the end zone, nearly a touchdown, and it'll bring up a 4th down and 4. Yeah, this does bring up an interesting proposition right now, Ryan. If you are Mark Grebe, are you going to keep Nico Boglione out there with Cooper Carlos, who's had an excellent game so far, and coming into this game with 50 carries. He's put up 7 touchdowns in comparison to the running game of Kaiser Trotter of only 1 touchdown. Do you stay out there right now, or do you send in your kicking team?
Well, I think Grebe's going to answer that question for you, because it does seem like the offense is staying out there on 4th and 4.
Coming out quickly now.
If I were them, I would have kicked it, but I'm not a head high school football coach, so.
In the pro set, Fox in motion. They might be trying to draw him off sides. And timeout called by the Gators.
Makes sense.
I think Grebe is going to end up agreeing with you, actually. And during this timeout, we are going to cut away. We'll be right back here on SHP TV. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. As they're getting ready for a kick to take the lead. Snap good, hold good, kick up away, and good. It's a cool 65 degrees out here in Atherton, but Nathan Fox is ice cold. Thank you, Kingston. Kingston liked that call. So Gators will take a 3-point lead with 4:45 remaining on the clock. Ryan, you're the head coach of the Scots right now. What's your game plan?
Put the ball in the air. You know, get Zarelli in the shotgun, maybe in the pistol. You know, and yeah, give him a chance to make some plays. You know, I'm giving a last-second pep talk to the offensive line. Like, you got a good quarterback behind you. Give him a chance to show it. And yeah,
and they've actually limited the amount of tackle for losses tonight. Carlmont, we said that their line was going to be a big liability for them, but no, they've actually played a pretty good part so far. Yeah. I mean, definitely not perfect, but overall, considering the expectations we had going into this game for this line, they've been definitely exceeding them.
Exactly, I agree.
Leo Fox set to kick. Soto Robertson ready to run it back in the deep field. Fox with a high kick. Looking back to Robertson, who's going to get it. No, he'll let it fly right past him in the touchback. Interesting strategy, Robertson, right there.
Yeah, Robertson's a playmaker for sure. I would definitely surprising to see him let that ball go right by him, but I don't know.
So now with 4:42 left on this clock. 4:43, 4:42, give or take. Scots are going to come out to try and take the lead in this 4th quarter. Under the lights. Are the lights too bright? Or can Zarelli step up and find what he needs to? Here we go, 4th quarter football on SHP TV. Zarelli stepping back to pass, delivering to the out route. Brought in by Anderson and taken out of bounds. Good tackle by Teddy Watson. Wrong call for Anderson. No, it was number 14, Aiden Peck on that out route. Get a good gain of 7
Peck.
yards.
A huge height difference between Teddy Watson and Aiden Peck. Oh, no. Whoa.
He's a big dude. I think he's like 6'3".
Yeah. Aiden Peck is definitely not 6'3", but somebody down in the backfield. 2 people. Wait, is that 2 people down in the backfield? Yeah. Looks like 2 people lying right next to each other in the backfield. Interesting.
The student section's getting electric, trying to inspire their team to victory right now. Stadium pulse at its max right now. Feel like a Penn State whiteout, but no, it's an SHP blackout. Zarelli dropping back to pass, looking for options, just right of Torrent, and couldn't haul it in. Trotter, excuse me, that's how you say his name, sorry. Okay, say Trotter, he's been having a great game tonight, and admittedly, we didn't think he was going to be a big factor in this game, just like the Carlmont offensive line. But no, he's been able to play his part and deliver for the Carlmont Scots.
Yeah, he definitely has. I wish we could bring you the exact stats, but we can't.
Life's hard.
But just know he's probably got quite a few yards.
I think he's got more than 2.
Yeah, he definitely has more than 6 yards. Probably even more than 41 yards.
Zarelli alone in the backfield. Dropping back to pass. Facing pressure immediately. Has to escape to his left. Delivering down the side. Did he haul it in? Yes, he did. Lucas Robertson showing why he's a household name. Getting that first down for the Scots and bringing up a new set of downs. Great catch by him. Keeping those toes tapping like a ballerina and hauling that ball in.
Yeah, outstanding. Finding his way to the sideline. Giving a nice target for the quarterback, Brody Zarelli, puts it right in there.
So now after that last play, you're going to want to know the name Lucas Robertson. You're going to see him at the bottom of your screen. He's lining up against Alex Ford. Zarelli got to get to Trotter. Taken down! Jack Henson, there he is. He's been quiet all night, but when the lights get brightest, you know who shows up? Jack Hansen coming in with a big tackle for a loss, bringing up a 2nd down and around 13. Trips to the right of Zarelli. Dropping back to pass, looking for options. Black hole collapsing on him, escaping to his right. Has to get it out, gets it to Soto, caught through the contact, and a 1st down with a flag thrown. Little bit unnecessary from Charlie Ford right there, and it might walk him another 15 yards after the play.
Based on Marquise Black's reaction in the backfield, I think it's going to go against the Gators.
So after the gain of 13 yards for the Scots, it brings up a 3rd down and 1. No, the penalty was waved off. Big 3rd down and 1. Stadium pulse rising here at Gator Nation Field. Soto in motion. Trotter in the backfield with Zarelli. They're going to give it to Trotter. Looking for an edge. Can he find it? No, he cannot. To Moche Fangupo, as I said last week, you shall not pass. Brings up a big 4th down and 1 for the Scots. Definitely need to convert on this one, or no? Or you still disagree?
No, you definitely need to.
Okay, great.
Thank you,
Ryan. welcome back to Gator Nation Field here at 150 Valparaiso Avenue, better known as Sacred Heart. Heard us for the past couple of minutes, but I'm back. We're back. Scots just scored a touchdown to take the lead, 27-24, but they missed the point after touchdown, and it's opened the door for the Gators to force a tie.
Yeah, all the time you couldn't hear us. We were still commentating the whole time, and it was great commentary.
It was excellent commentary, Ryan.
I'm very sorry y'all missed it, but we're back, so have no fear.
We are so back. Fox Ford in the back to return for Carlmont. For SHP. Sheepers. Line drive of a kick. Gonna fall to Fox. And out of bounds. That's the second time it's happened today for Carlmont. I guess we're gonna go re-kick because apparently we don't know high school kicking rules. No, you are not allowed to go out of bounds on a kick, on a kickoff. You think we're going to re-kick. Why is everyone standing so far up? Jeez. So you make him kick on the 25-yard line. No, you kick on the 40. I swear you kick on the 40. All right, whatever. Marking with Becca Jones, our legendary switchboard operator who's been switching it up all night. We got one ad, Bob's Country Corner. If you want food, go to Bob's. We should do a heartbeat ad. So after the kick went out of bounds, Carlmont ready to kick off one more time from their own 20. And a low line drive of kick. Gonna bounce to be picked up by Atalay Tal. Give Tal the ball, baby. Big hit. Navrate taking him down. Hard one on to Atalay Tal. That's gonna bring up the Gators offense on with 1:22 left on the 49-yard line. Do they have it in them?
You don't see many players able to do that to big Atalay Tal. Great defensive play there by the cover team.
And a flag against the Gators, going to back them up a couple of yards. Definitely not what you can afford to lose right now. I mean, you got less than 1:30 left. You're going to need to capitalize off of every yard that you can get. And undisciplined play is not how you're going to get to the end zone.
Couldn't agree more.
Poliani under center. Time to step up to the lights. Rolling out to his left. Throws it deep. Looking for Bomdod. Deflected away. Andy Dent going up there. Swatting that ball away like it's a fly. Intended for Sasha Bomdod. Nico Poliani, he's stepping out on the field right now. And we compare him to Brody Zarelli. Both of them are excellent quarterbacks. Again, it's just that volume that we mentioned earlier. As Poliani steps under center again. 2nd down and 10. Poliani dropping back to pass. Delivers on the out route to Fox. Immediately hops out of bounds. And a good gain of around 6 yards. So after the 6-yard gain, it brings up a 3rd down and around 5. Minute and 9 left for the Gators. Poliani under center. Dropping back to pass. Delivers quickly to Bomdad. To him. Cut. Gets a little bit extra. And a first down with ease. Sasha Bomdad giving the Gators an IV and a little bit of life. And the hurry up now. Polioni under center. Dropping back to pass. Rolling out to his right. Looking for options deep. Going for Bomdad. Wide open. Caught. Going. Take it down out of bounds. A near 40-yard gain. Gators inside the 5. Excellent opportunity to score. Do you believe it?
Don't know what's going on in the Carlmont secondary. I don't know what they think this Gators offense is going to do. Yeah, we're just going to, like, not even try and win. No, of course they're going to push the ball downfield. Like, come on. Let's cover someone, right?
Bombed on that wheel route. He was nearly wide open. That's the third time tonight Sasha Bomdad has been left in the middle of nowhere. I mean, you don't even need an X to find him. He was that wide open. Now with 53 seconds left, clock being paused for forced out of bounds. Gators are probably going to try and slow this game down. Flags being thrown. And it might go against the Gators. And I mean, that's what I mentioned earlier. Undisciplined play is what's going to cook you in this game. It's what's going to screw you out of these good scoring opportunities. Now, I mean, you're well within Nathan Fox range at this point, but you still have to be able to push that ball down. You have to be able to go for those 6 points right now.
Yeah.
And in stressful times like these, we always got to turn to our friends at Bob's Country Corner, the greatest place, the third greatest place on earth, or the third happiest place on earth, as we like to say here at SHP TV. Fox in motion. Polioni rolling out to his left, facing pressure, has to get it away, throws it all the way out of bounds, nowhere near it to avoid the pressure, and brings up a second down and goal.
Yeah, disciplined play by Nico Polioni. He knows they're in field goal range right now. No need to make an errant throw to the end zone when you've got those 3 points in your back pocket.
That is, however, pausing the clock. And if you give even Carlmont, I'd say more than 10 seconds of clock, they do have a chance to go down and score with the excellent throwing game that they have.
Yeah, the other thing I think it's important to remind everyone of, Carlmont missed the PAT after their last touchdown. So Gators only need 3 points instead of the 4 they would have had to.
Fox in motion. Polioni under center. Gonna give it to Fox. Looking for a reverse. He's got it. Going towards the end zone. No one around him. Charlie Ford. Touchdown Gators. I said, do you believe in greatness? My friends, there it is. I can't believe it. Charlie Ford on the reverse to take the lead. Now flags being thrown as the play dies down. Student section getting electric. Refs in a huddle as we speak, but great play regardless, you have to admit.
For sure. Outstanding play design, too. That nice reverse. Now, we'll see what's going on with this flag and let you know.
The white hat running out to Coach Rabo.
Wow, one thing I didn't notice before is just how sparse Carlmont's sideline is. They don't have many subs.
Not that depth that Sacred Heart has.
Yeah. They can't afford to have that next man up mentality. They just don't have enough men for it.
The touchdown will count. It's going to be an after the play unsportsmanlike conduct against the Gators, and it will apply on the kickoff. JP Durrett stepping on out to hold the kick. Nathan Fox getting ready to kick the kick and take a 4-point lead against the Scots. Snap good, hold good, kick up away. And do I even need to say it? It's Nathan Fox. It's good. Ice cold, baby. A 4-point lead with 40 seconds left for the Carlmont Scots to come out and make a miracle happen. Ryan, what do you see going into this last drive?
I mean, we've been saying it all night. Got an outstanding quarterback, Brody Zarelli. It's basically all up to him now. We're really going to get a chance to see what he's made of. All the pressure is on him and his two outstanding receivers, Robinson and Soto. And, yeah, we're going to get a chance to see what they're made of.
The Gators, they've been put in a lot of stressful positions like this before. Their defense had to come up big against the Kings Academy last week in order to deliver a victory when Kings had a final drive. Now, admittedly, Kings had a lot more time than 40 seconds, but Carlmont has been able to deliver through the air this game, especially with their weapons, Austin Soto and Lucas Robertson. They're going to have excellent opportunities to do so, but the Gator secondary has been able to step up in the pass, especially in moments like these.
Yeah, exactly. I guess we'll just have to see how it plays out.
Leo Fox, ready to kick. Soto, Robertson in the back to return. It's a low-driven one. Going to fall to Tourette. And he'll able to get some yardage thrown down, but that's great field position for the Scots. Trotter able to get a good return out of it, taking 7 seconds off the clock and putting themselves in great field position.
It's getting a little chilly in the open air booth up here. And I'm not sure if it's from the cold or the situation out playing out on the field right now.
Scots are going to have to shoot for the end zone on this one. Zarelli stepping out with his boys in white. Do they have it in them? Or do the Gators are going to swallow them in the black hole and get a victory tonight?
In the swamp.
In the swamp. That's hurtful. Zarelli now in the gun. And a timeout called by the Gators. I mean, understandable call by Mike Grape right here. You got to be able to get your boys under composure right now. We're heading out for a big defensive play. And we're going to step away for just a moment. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the most intense football game you've probably seen me here on SHP TV. Carlmont down 4, 30 seconds left. Zarelli needing to make a play. Has to throw it out on the screen. Nothing there. It was intended for Trotter, who tried to pull it in on a screen pass. He was on the ground already when the ball was thrown to him, so that play was clearly going nowhere. Now after the failed screen pass, it brings up a 2nd down and 10 for Carlmont. Zarelli dropping back to pass, looking for options, rolling out to his right, has to deliver, going to Soto, in bounds. Yes, he was. Big catch. It did waste 8 seconds and brings up a third down and around 6. But he is able to get out of bounds and pause that clock. So he's been one of the main options we've been talking about tonight. We said his name all night. He was wide open on that one, but the ball was just a little bit too in front of him, and he had to toe tap it in to catch the ball. Soto in motion. They're going to fake it to Soto. Hansen giving him pressure. Jack Hansen just gets his hands on him. Zarelli after Hail Mary ball. Teddy Watson intercepted. Game, set, match. And that's a setup that's just super unfortunate for Zarelli right there. As you can see, he just forced out the pressure by Jack Hansen, and he has to throw it away. It's just a little bit short to Zarelli. He's throwing off his back foot, and he has to get it out his hands. It's a great heads-up play by Teddy Watson. Turn his body around, haul that ball in, and Gators are walking out in victory formation. Polioni under center for the final time tonight. He nails it. Ladies and gentlemen, for the second time in a row, SHP TV has streamed the winning football game. Final score 31-27. Your Sacred Heart Gators.
Game. It was a pleasure to call it. A lot of entertainment value from both sides. And now, in just a moment, we're going to be sending you down to the field for the Bob's Country Corner Player of the Game. Not right now. Not right now. I said in just a moment. So wait for that coming shortly.
Maxime had an ankle.
So much for joining us tonight here at SHP TV. Of course, we have to thank everyone at the end of this huge stream. This was, oh my goodness, how many weeks of preparation was this? Nearly 2 weeks. So we have to give as many thank yous as possible. To our adult moderator, Forrest Jensen, who's in Arizona right now. We're here for you, buddy. We love you. Thank you so much.
Love you, Mr. J.
We got Baron Frolic and Thomas Clemens, our executive producers. Carlos McBride and Lucas Moretti, our assistant producer. I guess now they're basically our executive producers as well. Got to give a big thanks to Kevin Jaffe, Sloan Smith, Eduardo Tapper, Becca Jones, our incredible switchboard operator, Kingston Armstrong, our incredible stats keeper, Marcus Toe, our incredible cameraman, Leland Tarani for, I don't know, just being general support, to Sanaya, Riley, Henry, and Pierce, sorry, and Rohan. Well, I mean, the first 5 for being on our panel. Carlo and Rohan. I'm trying. So many people. Carlo and Rohan being so great in general. There's gotta be more people, right? Just thank you to everyone who watched tonight. I know there's probably very limited of you left, but thank you so much. But thank you for signing up.